Hello, YouTube cubes. We're live. We're here. We're gonna be talking about Guild Wars 2 updates today. Yeah. Also, what's with this beard today? Just scraggly. I cut it off, I think. Not the whole thing, but I don't know. This much? Dang, that's a lot. 4 inches almost. Probably has to come off at this point. So scraggly. I look old. I am old. I'm not that old. I'm not so old I should be looking like a trucker who just got done with 2 weeks. I don't know. Hi. Like and subscribe. Welcome. We are going to be going over the content update that will happen February 27th, 2024. And there's a lot of stuff. Don't worry. We'll also play the game today. A bit. Just to go over some things. Lunar New Year should be coming to an end here in a couple hours. If not, probably already done. Trying to think if there's anything left. Last moment to grab your weeklies if you forgot about those. My least favorite festival by far. I mean, I barely touched it. I just did the dailies. Made some money though. I did make some gold. Not money, gold. Whatever. We're gonna be going into the game in the background so we can have I know, different music. Hope that's okay for everyone. Because it's okay for me. Maybe? Here we go. I need to fly up this way. I know how to play this game. Whee! I'm in Arborstone. Should be good. We'll get that old Ascalonian music, and then we'll get the new Cantha music all at the same time. It'll be great. It will be great. Chaz, hello. You almost lost gold on the envelopes and pretty much just broke even? Really? I think I ended up getting... I didn't get as high as the previous years, for sure, because I opened them as I went. But I think I got something like 28%. 28% back, something like that. Not really sure now. Dang it, I had the math done and everything. So 352 gold came from my other 2 accounts for sure. That's how much the envelopes cost. Then my main account base was 176. It makes sense if you think about it. So 352. I know I at least made the 528 back, but I think I'm somewhere with the extra envelopes I earned. I was only getting 3 to 5 extra a day, so I can't really do the math on that because I didn't keep track of it. But I did. I think I did make like something over 700 gold. Something like that. So I did get a return that was higher. This wasn't as high as previous years. So, oh well. Still made money. Don't care. And I also just didn't really care about the event. The weeklies, though, I got those every week. So I think I'm up to like 127 of the shard chests and that kind of thing. So whatever. You know, I think that's where the value was in the weekly stuff and just getting whatever you could for free. The extra champ boxes, things like that. The little envelopes helped. Little lucky envelopes. That kind of stuff helped with the price, but yeah. Let's talk about February 27th. We ready? The Realm of Dreams. Next week we'll be releasing our next major update. I don't know where that new came from. From Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the The second of 3 planned updates that deliver the expansion's full story experience. This update introduces 3 new story chapters that follow hot on the heels of the events of Through the Veil and pull the Wayfinder deep into the unfamiliar world of Naos and the Cryptus Society. Autumn Saga, hello. Very little effort and still made about 300 gold. Yeah, nice. The real value is that Super Adventure Box is even closer now. True. Yeah, the Celestial Challenge is still... It has bugs and it's boring and it's not worth your time. It's really not. Even me doing the daily... I think it was pointed out to me, simply by going to Drizzlewood and doing the conversions, you can make more money per hour. So I was like, they need to do something. And then, like, the weekly points. Did anyone do the weekly points? Because if you did, I'm sure you only did it for 1 or 2 weeks and didn't do it at the end. Because I think only the Celestial Challenge gave, like, 5 points. The race was 5 points. But it was a lot of time to get 200 points. Because there was nothing to really give you points. The Dragon Ball didn't give you points, none of that. Yeah, it was, man. Yeah, they need to do something with that festival. Or the Celestial Challenge. Celestial Challenge should give you points every event that you do in the Celestial Challenge. And then it should reward you fragments, not from chest at the end. Well, maybe even the chest at the end, but at least 1 fragment per event that you do. Or at least a chance of it, because I just feel like the fragments are the biggest problem. It's too slow. And I guess that's to keep people doing the challenge. But the rewards at the end in the chest and in those small chests are also not worth it. So it's like, it's better to go do a meta, any of the new metas, than to do the Celestial Challenge. Like, it's crazy. I did it, got all 5 chests, but I spent a lot of time AFK in the challenge. Loot the chest for 10 points, so it's 10 points? Nah, I couldn't do that. No. No way. MC. Afternoon to you. But yeah. No. I think I'm done with that unless they do an overhaul of it. Sort of like, Reaper's Rumble. The only reason I do it is because it's an activity. So it can count towards the daily. And, yeah, that was the other thing. Like, doing the Celestial Challenge isn't considered an activity for the Wizard's Vault and stuff like... There's just so much. There's just so much. I don't even know. It's weird. It's weird. February 27th, everyone. Got new content coming. You can watch this on YouTube, the video. It's just sort of a preview of things going on. I'm not going to play it here because I probably wouldn't get in trouble, but not worth it. This update brings us... Hey, I used a slew! Dang it, I thought I was using a word they weren't going to use. See you. I see you. This update brings a slew of features and content additions for Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, including new weapon proficiencies for all 9 professions, the Tier 1 Obsidian Legendary Armor, the Legendary Relic, the Temple of Febe Strike Mission? I don't know, Challenge Mode, expanded Astral Ward Masteries, 2 new Convergences bosses, and the Sky Chalk Striker Ranger pet. Ranger, getting a new pet. It also includes refreshed rewards from the Wizard's Vault, complete with new seasonal objectives. We're also introducing some changes to the Wizard's Vault daily and weekly objectives to address player feedback. Some objectives have had additional options added so they can be completed in multiple ways, and some of the less popular objectives have been shelved for the time being. Spirit Festival? They gone? Please. I don't want to ever see it again. Although it is pretty lucrative if you're lucky enough. The intent of these changes is to improve the overall feel of... Man. Oh. The intent of these changes is to improve the overall feel of the objective selection, reduce friction with required times for global timer events, and reduce the number of expansion-only objectives that cause players to have different weekly objective lists. So they're going to synergize the lists so more players can play together, have better options, that kind of thing. I think that's good. That's great. That's an awesome change. I hope to keep seeing this be tweaked as time goes on, because I don't know. I don't think it will ever be perfect, but I do think it can be tweaked for specific things. When World versus Worlders or PvPers can finish their dailies in about 15 minutes, PvE people should be able to as well. I don't think competitive modes versus, you know, the environmental modes should be that different when it comes to dailies. Or even weeklies, you know? We really want to talk about it. A lot of weeklies can be done in an hour. But some World vs. Worlders and stuff like that, some of those weeklies take a while. So I'm just hoping to see, and I'm not talking about the weeklies inside of the achievement panel, I'm just talking about the Wizards Vault. Some of that stuff just takes a bit of time. Weeklies should take, my opinion, about 5 times longer than a daily. Just overall. So if it takes an hour to finish your dailies, or 15 minutes to finish your dailies, right? It should take like an hour and a half to finish your weeklies, right? So when we get into the content, those who are more experienced and knowledgeable about the game have a leg up versus players who don't. So they are going to finish weeklies very quickly. While I was doing 3 accounts, when you have less masteries, less mounts, and that kind of stuff, it is really hard to get credit for some things. Like Jormag, who is just getting... Like, since I couldn't participate in shooting Jormag in the face on a mount, I didn't get credit on my core account. And things like that. It just sucks. So them recognizing that hopefully will make things easier. Doesn't mean I'll go back to farming my alt account. So I'll still grab the items and stuff that I want. But for the most part, you know, if it's easier for players to sort of get in, get it done so they can get to other content, I think that's the point of it. And somebody asked me, is it intentional that they give so many new special Wizards Vault and stuff? Yeah, it's to help you catch up if you can't play every day and that kind of stuff. The idea of the weekly tab, the special tab, them adding new stuff is to give you enough currency to carry over from just in case you miss dailies and things like that. They also made dailies already less important as compared to weeklies. So you should always try to focus your weeklies, because one weekly is about a day's worth of stuff. So, you know, as long as you can get that kind of stuff done, it should be good. But if it sort of synergizes a bit better and things like that. The other thing is, we don't know what the rewards are going to be in the Wizards Vault coming up. And if you want multiple things that are like 1,000 acclaim, it can feel like a long time before you can get them. And if you can't play every day, that can feel very stressful. So hopefully that eases up on that. But the other thing is ArenaNet giving us too much gold from the Wizards Vault? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if that changes or it gets a little more expensive, and that kind of thing. I would like to see the price of some things come down as the price of other things go up, or maybe a different way to limit stuff. I think at this point I would rather see bundles of stuff that you can get for a lot of acclaim versus just buying gold straight up. In my opinion, I think that'd be more valuable to the player. Anyways, I think RNG is a great way to play. Just something you're going to earn if you play every day anyways. So players like me, an 11-year veteran doing it, I'm making, if I do just my main account, I have an extra like 4 or 5 weeks of acclaim. And that adds up to like lots of gold. And other players just won't have that ability. But at the same time, if I do my alt accounts too, we're talking weekly. We're talking 150 gold extra a week just for me having the accounts. So, I don't know. Bundles also prevent, you know, a lot of the exchange between the alt accounts and stuff like that, which I think they were trying to reduce, but I don't know. All right, so that's February 27th. Changes to the Wizard's Vault. We're getting that legendary armor, tier 1. We'll talk about that some more when we get down to the bottom of this page. The 9 weapon proficiencies they had the beta for, those weapon proficiencies are coming, like sword for Necro. We're getting staff for Warrior, that kind of stuff. Check it out. What is it? Mace for Ranger. All that stuff is coming. Ranger is getting an extra pet, so that's important to know. And that challenge mode for the strike mission. Convergence bosses, I don't know if that's going to be a big deal, but I'm pretty sure it's going to play off of whatever we're doing on the new map when that comes. So my guess is that they've added a new boss or 2 there, and those are going to be brought over to, and this is just a guess, I have no idea, but they're going to be brought over to the convergences, because as we probably move closer, we're going to go against new legendary whatever from, you know, Park or whatever his name is. The Midnight King is going to be sending his better army, and I wouldn't be surprised they want to keep those assets in the game in some way. Convergences would be a good way for that. Just throwing that out there. All right, let's talk about the March 19th stuff. So this will not be next Tuesday, but it's still important to talk about, because these are the quality of life things. These are the things where they sort of look at the whole game and go, what can we change? What can we make better? What can we add to keep players interested? In this case, that post-processing change they tried to do a while back was not successful. So let's talk about it. We're introducing more granular options for the post-processing graphics setting. Currently, there are only 3 options available for post-processing: off, low, and high. Each of these settings controls hidden options such as bloom, color grading, color tint, distortion, light rays, and selection outline. These sub-options are now checkboxes in the options menu, allowing you to pick and choose which aspects of post-processing are displayed. So now we're going to have more control over what those post-processing things. If you don't like the bloom, it looks like you're going to be able to just shut it off. Maybe. I don't know by how much. I think other things that are in post-processing, isn't it like blur and stuff like that? Being able to pick what you like, what you don't like is important to players' gameplay. Getting rid of it for specific things, like inside of raids and things like that, has also been a thing. And who knows, maybe it'll fix FPS problems people have, that kind of thing. I expect this to have issues still, but not the same issues when they try to do it the first time. So people were just unable to play. This will allow them to shut the thing off that's obviously breaking their computer or whatever. The next thing on March 19th is we're getting a skills and balance update. There is a forum post about this. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because you know I'm not the best person to talk about when it comes to balance updates. But I will talk about Boon Ball really quick in World vs. World, because I'm a World vs. World player. Stop hitting your mic, Zorric. Dear God, in the last 3 weeks, you've hit your mic freaking 7 times now. Holy God, have I ever streamed before? Been doing this for freaking 7 years, and I've hit my mic probably more in the last 3 weeks than the last 2 years. Wow, I apologize. And you go back, and I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm like, what is that? When you're listening to your audio feedback, and it's just a thump, and you're just like, did you hit the mic, Zorric? Yes, you did. Because I'm apologizing for it. Anyways, let's talk about World vs. World Boon Ball. It's better now. I mean, they're trying to reduce some of that alacrity off the top end, but Nullfield, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Nullfield. It does too much, and they're getting rid of the boon strip. The biggest problem with World vs. World, and I will die on this goddamn hill, the biggest problem with World vs. World is boon duration. I think it should be situational. I think it should be a hard push. Boulders smashing into boulder over and over and over, with both of them having boon uptime 100% of the time, endless healing, and just still being able to dish out endless damage is insanity. I like fights to go about 5 to 10 minutes, 15 at max, and there be a winner. When you're sitting in the same place fighting for 25 to 30 minutes, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. The little skirmishes, though, that happen, that's the way it should be. You should be able to go into an objective, or the defenders push the attackers out or whatever, and it's just not that way anymore. Instead, people just sit in the objective and they farm and farm and farm and farm until their little ball gets whittled away from the friction of getting so many bags that their players get so heavy with loot that they just fall over. And I think it's time we just get rid of it. Because there's no skill. I want you all to know there's no skill in keeping boons up all the time, because it's really easy if everybody just stacks close. That's the only skill-related thing. I'm not kidding you. If you take 30 people against 60, those 60 people try to cloud, and those 30 people stay really tight in about a 300 range, there is no way they can die. That's it. As long as boon uptime's 100% and they have some healing. You don't need a lot of healing, you just need some healing. All right? And then they just run into you. When 30 people are tight as a ball and they run into a cloud, right? They're going to be people not ready for it, and they just fall over. Because all they're putting down is AoE, because projectiles are a piece of shit. So, like, that's where we're at. So skill and balance update is coming, but the boom ball gets stronger. I don't get it. I really don't. There should be multiple different ways to play this game. When a boom ball walks up to the anti-boom ball, you have the ability to switch to something else with your current character. I have no idea why that isn't the game. Because it's fantastic when the strategy changes right on top. Like, if you're going in with a certain build and they flip on you, it's rock, paper, scissors. You got to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to change, what that commander's going to do, or are they going to stick with what they've been doing? And it's important for commanders, but that's just it. There are people who follow the commanders, and there are commanders who are looking to play against another commander. And guaranteed, the people who command do know who the other commanders are and how they play. When you go against my guild, they freaking hate me. They hate me, all right? Because I'm the guy who's going to take your keep no matter what, all right? You can search and look, but I have a guild of players that is just amazing. So amazing that last Friday, we did a full tour of the Red BL, took every control point once. That includes every keep, that includes every camp, that includes every ruin. They wanted to do every ruin. We did. We had Bloodlust, but we had to go take the ruins. We took everything. In fact, we almost killed every sentry too. Why? Because we've just gotten that good. I had to test it. I had to see if they were good enough. And the other thing is, I knew the other commander, on the best commander on the map, right? I knew who had the group, the 60-man, just unstoppable boom ball group of destruction, right? And I just avoided them. But the red team, let me just tell you, I'm sorry for what I did to you. You didn't deserve it. But I wanted to see, okay? I understand you guys were mad at me. You know, shout out to those guilds who put up with my crap on Friday. But, Goddle, what the frick, dude? And that was it. That's all I did. We did it. Only Ramblin' one? That's not true. That's not true. I needed him for the weekly as well, okay? But shout out to White Lotus and supporting us and taking the beating, and Commander Joven over there for taking the beating. Yeah. The one strategy I hate to see is starving the other commander of loot. I don't like that strategy. Because once a commander starts winning, there's no way to turn the tide, especially if there's no counter to what they're playing. Or you just don't have enough people in your group to counterplay. Just sucks. It's all a numbers game, but I do think there needs to be damage caps in World versus Worlds, and a lot less boons. You need the damage caps because when you get rid of the boons, if you don't stop a crit from doing over 5,000 damage or whatever number they can come up with, it'll just get out of control very quickly. Because then you're just going to go full glass cannon and hope the other side doesn't know how to boon. which was sort of how it was when the game first came out, but not really. I mean, we had strategies and stuff like that, like death from above with warriors to protect gates. You can't be on the ram, you can't ram the gate. So you just constantly knock people over. But if they had any stability, it didn't work. Actually, I think it did when the game first came out because stability was still sort of broken. Like you knock them away, then their trait and stuff would set off. It was interesting. But, you know, there it is. Binary and Galco, welcome. Yeah. But anyhow, my point is skills and balance update, March 19th. I really do hope ArenaNet sort of steps up their game, not just changing things and that kind of thing and making the boom ball. It's been boon ball for so long, and it's just so boring to fight it when you want to run different stuff. I did like the pirate ship because it gave you interesting stuff, but at the same time, like the introduction of Scourge and now the Vindicator and stuff like that, I think it's over. I don't know how they could balance it ever. But also reducing all the counterplay, like Mesmers just being nerfed, just in general, is insane to me. If I can take my 10 Mesmers and mess up your boon ball, I should be able to do it. Not kill you. No. Not kill you, but make you actually have to press skills. I should be able to do it because 10 people should make the difference if it's 40 versus 60 and we show up. Because we've done it. We've done it when we're not facing just in a solid boon ball. It's fun to come in, have that back and forth, and 10 minutes later, you know, my guild is a reason for victory. We show up, we support the Zerg, and we end up turning the tide of battle. And, yeah. I don't know. Shout out to my guild. They do great work. And now we have to do something different because I just don't think there's any growth left for what we're doing, so we're going to take it to the next level. And people are going to hate us more. Sorry, but speaking of being great, achievements are changing for both player versus player and world versus world. That includes wins. Look at that. 500 wins, 750 wins, 1,500 wins for new titles. Engineer will get Legendary Genius, Fabled Genius, Ultimate Genius at those different tiers. This is great. A lot of people have a lot of those wins, but World versus World, look at this. Realm Avengers, so that's, you know, they say player defeats, but it's killing a player dead, right? It awards the Ultimate Dominator title, and a lot of people are done with it. They have 250,000 kills. I think that's what it is, right? But now, 9 more increments of 250,000 kills. The top tier then does not, all right, does not exist. Nobody has earned it yet. I think the highest amount of kills is like maybe close to 2 million. Maybe. I don't remember. Someone told me the number. I can't remember what it is. But if they add 9 more at 250,000, that means it's 2.5 million player kills in World versus World. Nobody has that number for sure. But what it does is it's Ultimate Dominator, but it will go to Ultimate Dominator 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I believe up to 10, since it starts at 2. And it's retroactive. So they've always been keeping track of how many players you've killed on your account. So there it is. There it is. Just remove projectile reflection from World versus World. I think that's also part of it, Chaz. If we really want to get into the nitty gritty, I think all projectiles being stopped is a little silly. They need to get rid of any pulls that are over 600 range. They need to pull back anything that's over 1200 range that gets a little bit of a carry. That needs to go. But it's not just projectile reflection. It's the idea that everything is treated as a projectile if it's thrown or slung or whatever. So like on Mesmer, my 2 skill is unblockable, so you can't reflect it. And so it goes through the bubbles and the things like that. But my force skill, since it's considered a projectile and it's a bunch of damage, it gets nullified immediately and never reaches target, right? I don't get any benefits from it. When we play Virtuoso on Fridays, our biggest problem is our blades can never reach the opponent unless they're unblockable. And the only unblockable blades that we have is a utility skill and our F1 through 5 skills, right? The blade song skills can be made, if you take the trait, unblockable. But the biggest problem with that is usually you're going to want to be on a weapon to get your blades back quickly, and all the blades are considered projectiles. So if I use that weapon, it's a double-edged sword. They're going to reflect it back, kill my allies, and that kind of thing. And if I, for some reason, don't get the unblockable buff, the dodge or the evade doesn't work, or, you know, it wears off before I'm able to pull off the F1, I can kill people on my own side. So yeah, there's a lot into that, but a lot of projectile defense just needs to be removed in general and make it costly to use. I should not be able to throw feedback out every freaking 25 seconds. Although, thank you, ArenaNet. But that's my point. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's nuanced, but if they change one thing... But here's the thing. If ArenaNet is going to do an overhaul, they're going to have to change one thing at a time very specifically, because what will end up happening is that we'll have a new kind of boon ball. Or there will be no boon ball. And we don't want that. We want different styles of play, different commanders playing those styles, and we want players to enjoy every style that they either play against or that they're playing. You can feel like a winner even when you lose just because you get bags. That makes sense. So, I don't know. Yeah, like, but that's just my point. When I was talking about that, there's a lot of stuff that has to change for World versus World to be actually competitive again. Right now, it's not really competitive. There is always a winner. And it's usually, you can figure out who's going to win in the sense of a guild or alliance or whatever you want to call it. There's always a winner, and you can see who it's going to be at the beginning of the week. Not that they will actually win the match, like their world will win the match, but that guild will win. They'll get a 1.8 kill-death ratio or 2.2, dear God. I've seen those. Should not happen. The winner should be probably about 30% better than the one behind them. So when they have like... But here's the thing. It doesn't mean kill-death ratios have to be separated like that. You can have, because this is how it works, you can have somebody sitting at 1.3 kill-death ratio, 1.2 kill-death ratio, and 0.95 kill-death ratio. You can have that. Since, you know, there's 3 teams, it's just... Yeah, it isn't that way. Very good players will go find other very good players. But when you have family-like guilds that like the competitiveness, like World versus World, they should not be left behind. Because they can be just as competitive as those players. They don't need to be barked at constantly and yelled at and things like that. I know. I've been a commander long enough to understand that if you grind them into the ground, they will become dust. But at the same time, if you let them have their fun and talk and things like that and just direct them to where they need to go, it's a fun night. They'll show up over and over and over. They'll show up week after week after week, every raid that your guild is doing, because it's fun. Right now, I think a lot of fun just dies when one side shows up with a boon ball, runs you over 3 or 4 times, and you have to go, let's avoid them. And then you're running across the map to take a tower. As fast as possible. Should just not be a thing. You're just hoping they just focus the one other side to be able to just make sure your players don't get demoralized to the point where they'd rather go do something else. But, I think pulls are still important because of stability. But if they lower the amount of stability... So, recently, I got an alliance commander in trouble because we were mowing the commanders and various other supports and shutting them down. If they're a MOA, they can't support their people. And we shut down a commander for 23 seconds with MOA. Don't know how, don't know why. We're just that good, right? For 23 seconds, that commander was a MOA. All right? And is that fair? But the one thing about MOA is if they have enough stability, they won't turn into a MOA, right? But if I hit them with 10 people using MOA, they're going to be turned into a MOA. It's going to strip off that. So there's still counterplays. But the MOA Signet just takes forever on its cooldown. So I can't strip stability from enough people. And so you require things like having your F1 through F5 skills strip boons or null filled. But since they're nerfing those things, I have no idea how you fight against... I don't know what the counterplay to Boon Ball is anymore, in the sense of removing boons. They've gotten rid of a lot of it on Necro, they've gotten rid of a lot of it on Mesmer, and those were the like two. Then Thieves were being used for whatever they were doing, they got rid of that too. So ArenaNet needs to decide what they want World versus World to look like competitively, and I think they have decided. They think the Boon Ball is the way. I think that's just the way the devs like to play. Because I've played in groups with just some drastically different things. And it's fun. But as soon as you come against the immovable wall and you're not an unstoppable force, that's it. You lose. And I just think that's crappy. I think it's crappy that you can turtle. You can just huddle up and win. I don't think it's fair to players. I think you should have to keep moving, move in. When you're standing at a gate with your entire Zerg and they're stacked up in that 50-man group and you're hitting them with arrow carts and other skills and everything, and they just stand there at 100% health, at 100% boon duration, where's the gameplay? No, you're sieging the wrong gate, you know? Go find another way in, build a trebuchet, get us to come out, right? Like, these used to be the basics of World versus World. If you're gonna have all that siege, I'm gonna have my trebuchets. You gotta come get me. Or I'm gonna tear down your walls, go in there and defang all your walls, and make all that supply wasted. And that's the punishment for not stopping us before we did it, right? Or coming to destroy our trebuchets, or whatever. You should have counterplay all the time. It's war, right? Like, how did we end World War II? Well, we could have kept fighting, but instead they're like, nuke them, right? Was that fair? No. Is it fun? No, war's never fun. But in a video game, it can be. And that's what's important. I shouldn't feel demoralized playing a video game. That's my point. Real war, demoralizing for the world. Fake war in a video game should be fun. Nobody's really dying, and if I do decide to nuke them, it's a ha-ha moment. But when you look at history, it feels like it's sort of seeping into my game because, oh, keeps couldn't last forever because they made gunpowder. I mean, bullshit. Even when the Chinese people found gunpowder, they didn't just willy-nilly walk up to a wall and blow it up. They built a wall. Why? Because they don't just get blown up. They're practically just dirt at a certain point, right? They just take all this rock, and you think it's just gonna freaking Lord of the Rings, boom. That doesn't happen. That's insane. Could you imagine? There was a reason we were throwing rocks at stone walls. Like trebuchet go, right? It wasn't to freaking knock down the wall alone. It was to stop them from sieging the people who were tearing down the gate. That was the whole point. Gosh. And he didn't just run up to a wall anyways. They had trenches everywhere. There was a trench there, was a trench there, right? But that's boring, right? So we get rid of the trenches. We let people run up to the gate. We let people siege. Then we go, oh, what should we do? We go build trebuchets. We build ballistas out there. We do whatever we can to get in a different way. And it's fun because the idea isn't to let people turtle. But now that you turn offense into a turtle, I don't know what to tell people. The wrecking ball shouldn't be more defensive than the wall they're hitting. I don't know. All right, enough. Nothing more frustrating than a boon ball and you keep farming it. Yeah, and that's just it. I talked about that. You should not let people just sit in and... But I've also talked about if a group of people, there should be attrition. If they're just sitting inside of a defense and they're not taking it, slowly the defenders or the attackers need to start receiving, either the attackers need to start getting debuffs and demoralized, or the defenders need to start getting buffs to turn them away. Because I think farming players inside of objectives is just a weak gameplay that needs to go. And I'm not talking about the off hours, a 30-man group coming in and killing 15 people, and then not taking the keep, which is weird. But that should be an option, I feel, versus a 60-man group staying inside of a keep and running in a circle as the other 50-man group tries to stop them, or in the hopes that the other Zerg is going to show up and help them and not attack their keep, because they're all looking for bags. I think bags are good. I don't know. Let's talk about the other World versus World update to the Lords. We're modernizing the loadouts of Castle, Keep, and Tower Lords with the addition of new channeled healing skill that aids objective defenders in combat, giving the Lord a more active role in battle. Attackers will need to keep a close eye on the Lord and break their Defiance bar to minimize the support they're able to provide. As a note, this is currently a stretch goal for the update and may need to shift out to a future update. Okay, so it may not come on March 19th. But it seems that they do want to give something to defenders, but healing ain't it. How long does the healing last? How powerful is the healing? Is it going to stop the boon ball from running it over? And it can be broken with the Defiance bar. How easy, how hard is it to break the bar? There's going to be a lot of questions with that. But maybe this is a way, but I just don't see it stopping a boon ball from farming a group. They're just going to wait out the healing. Like... Sometimes I feel like ANET's devs do not see the same gameplay that we're seeing. They're just looking at numbers and going, many people die here when this happens. Let's keep that thing going. And it's just not it. It's just not it, They're doing, what's that movie called? Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. God, why can't I think of the... Anyways, it's why the... Pretty much instead of getting the best number, the player with the best number, you get a bunch of players that add up to that player's numbers. The idea behind it is that the data trumps the actuality of what that player is able to do for the team. Because in this case, the actuality is it's not as helpful to the team as multiple players who are more averagely earning towards that number. So the idea in the movie is get people on base. It doesn't matter if they do home runs. It doesn't matter if they're able to bring in 2 runners at a time. It's get as many of those batters on base, because the most you can have on base is 3. And if you get a 4th one on base, you get a point. You get a 5th one. That's why the scores, if you've noticed in the last 10 years of baseball for sure, have changed, because now everybody does it. Before, you used to see games where it was like 3-4 and, maybe you would see a game where it was like 8-2 and things like that. But now you'll see games where it's like 15-11 because that's the mentality, right? But when you see that score, when you see the scores in baseball, they are high in number, but still pretty close when you think about it. That's sort of what needs to happen to World versus World. It's people having fun and everybody... Moneyball, thank you, Binary. Yes, it's called Moneyball. It's a really great movie. Go watch it. It just sort of shows, like, this has been the game, this is tradition, this is the way it's been played. Let's do something else. Let's try something else. Let's look at the numbers and figure out why those numbers just don't make sense. It took one man. It literally took one man to do math to figure it all out and be like, yeah, if they keep playing this way, it'll... No team with less money is going to ever win, right? But the idea behind it was, you don't have to pay players millions of dollars to win a championship either. Like, there was a lot of players, especially on that A's team, that they were done with their career. Like, that was it. They were put in a position, they played it, they got hurt, that was it. They weren't going to play anymore. And they came along and they took them in because they could hit a ball. That was it. Like, can you swing a bat? Okay, we're going to teach you how to play a different position. Because, like, that was the most important part to recreating a team that wasn't the best, right? It didn't have the best players, you know? Not what you're looking for. In football, it still works, though, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I feel like the devs are still running on some, like, traditional idea of what World versus World should be instead of making something new out of it. The Lord update, we'll see. March 19th. Mastery change. Noblesse Oblige. I don't remember this mastery at all, I'll be honest. With the March 19th update, the Noblesse Oblige Central Tier Mastery, which increases revive speed and removes down penalties on successive revive, will no longer remove down penalties in strike mission and raid challenge mode encounters. So only strike mission and raid challenge encounters. So those CMs, you'll no longer get that extra benefit of faster revives and down penalties. This will help maintain the intended difficulty level of these encounters by reinstating some of the penalties for ignoring encounter mechanics. So what was happening is Necros were picking people up. And they weren't getting penalties for it. So picking up 5 or 6 players should be more of a penalty instead of just, oh, whatever, pick them up and move on. So April 16th. I went too far. Super Adventure Box returns. Moto and his famous invention, the Super Adventure Box, return to Tyria. The 8-bit game within a game will receive updated rewards and some additions to World 3 Test Zone. So it looks like they're expanding World 3. Doesn't look like they got it done, but it's a test zone. I think they want to take it slow. I'm okay with that. When they're introducing stuff to something that's been around for a while, to introduce it slow. A little bit every year could take some time, but it is a festival. Some people haven't played it. Some people have been playing it forever. It's one of those things. You either play the hell out of it, or you're new to it, or you just don't care, or you're just going to casually just grab whatever. You know, that's what's great about festivals. But Super Adventure Box, one of my favorite festivals. I think my 3rd favorite of the festivals, if not higher. This Super Adventure Box, Halloween, and Winter's Day are my favorite festivals by far. I just feel like a lot of them are fleshed out, that kind of thing. Super Adventure Box gets very repetitive, though, I'll be honest, at this point for me. But World 3, getting some new stuff, maybe some new achievements, that kind of thing. That'll be fun. But April 16th, so a couple months away. They give us this nice little graphic here. Oh. I didn't know you guys couldn't see my house for a moment. Maybe you could. But they had this holidays and events part. I see there's a Fractal Rush bonus event, World vs. World Rush bonus event, Living World Season 2 bonus event, and a Heart of Thorns bonus event. So it looks like we're going to have 4 bonus events in there as well with the festival. So there you go. Still haven't done Super Adventure Box. World 2 sucks. I'll be honest, World 2 sucks, but the shortcuts and stuff, you can get a lot of easy achievements in Super Adventure Box at this point. There's a lot of, you know, it's just like any other video game. Once people start figuring out the tricks, I believe I could get, I'm thinking, I think I can get all of the most important items for the most part. Yeah, very easily for Super Adventure Box on a new character, just because of what I know and how to get to like the shops and things. But Super Adventure Box is, you either like it or you don't. A lot of people, when it first came out, you got to remember it was an April Fool's Day thing, and now it's a full-on festival. I remember people in Radissoum, Super Adventure Box didn't come back. Yeah, it didn't come back, and I mean hundreds. hundred, maybe even thousands. I don't know. We're sitting in Red Assume going Super Adventure Box or Riot. And I remember the devs joining in and things like that, and they eventually said, okay, we'll bring it back. And then they did. And it was great. And now it's a festival in the game. It's probably one of the greatest created things of all time. From the same person who created one of the worst things in the game of all time. I will always enjoy the original Super Adventure Box. I will always enjoy just what it brought to the game. I will never enjoy World 2 the way that was probably supposed to be. I understand the idea behind World 2, but I'm glad they added in the shortcuts and just letting me be able to beat every bit of World 1 and World 2 in 45 minutes. That's the other thing. You don't have to do that. There are dailies. You can go straight after the specific dailies and things like that. But when we get to Super Adventure Box, I will continue to run through not only World 1 and World 2, but the new World 3 stuff. I was doing that too. I was beating every single zone. And I was grabbing the glitches and stuff that I'll forget about until I see it again. But we'll see where my memory's at when that comes back around. I just hate the annual of play on baby mode, which they changed to what? Beginner mode? What was it? I don't know. But I think that's a better name for it in general. I don't think they did it because people are like, I'm not a baby. I think it was more like we need a better naming convention so people understand what this is instead of sort of going, I'm not a baby. I'll play the other one and then getting their butt kicked and not enjoying the festival. Because it does take a little bit of a skill curve to understand how everything works, and you may not have all the items and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyways, new achievements, all that kind of stuff. I think that's it. But looking ahead, our final quarterly update for Guild Wars 2 Secrets of Obscure is just a few months away, bringing with it the story's finale, new foes to lock swords and shields with, a new fractal dungeon in challenge mode, new relics, tier 2 of the Obsidian Legendary Armor, a Wizard's Vault rewards refresh, and more. Then our next expansion announcement and its subsequent launch. That will be in August. That expansion launch will be in August. They're not hiding the fact that they're putting this game on cadence. Have your 25, 30 bucks ready. The reason why I'm going to start saying the expansions are going to be around 30 bucks is because I don't know if the price will increase because of economy and things like that. But US dollar, $30. If it's 25, that's great. If it's 30, I prepared you. If it's 35, you know, what am I getting? I will always try to get the highest tier to see if it's worth it and that kind of thing, that kind of stuff. But as an ArenaNet partner, they did give me the last expansion, so you know, it's really hard for me to be like, yeah, just spend the 25 bucks sometimes. But I do think Soto is worth it at this point for 25 bucks. The deluxe and the other versions is just getting the extra stuff if you really want it. Some people spend $20 on a mount. I just don't understand why you can't spend 25 bucks on an expansion. That's where I'm at. I do believe in regional pricing though. I don't think $25 US everywhere is okay. So like if you go to Brazil, 25 bucks is a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm trying to think. Somebody told me how much like an average Brazilian makes in US dollars, and it's insane to try to like charge them a $60 game. It's like, do you want people to play your video game in Brazil or not? Like, that's where I'm at. So, you know, I think ArenaNet does do regional stuff, but I'm not 100% on that. But, yeah, I'm just throwing that out there, too. But look at this. Look at this! This is the legendary armor. The tier 1 obsidian armor. What you don't see, and I'm not gonna be able to show you well enough, you'll have to look at the pictures yourself, is that there are a lot of details in this. And tier 2 is gonna step this up, okay? So we're getting tier 1 armor, and if you play World versus World, you know what I'm talking about. So world versus world, if you get the tier 1 armor, which I've gotten for light armor, there's not any bells and whistles. But you can get higher tiers to make it shinier and have different effects than your base one. But I'm sort of okay with tier 1 world versus world armor. We may end up making tier 2 medium armor this year and not just tier 1 for world versus world, because I'm going to have the tickets. That's weird. But I will be doing heavy armor. This is the light obsidian armor, so we can stay on track here. Tier 1 legendary obsidian armor, right? That's on Char. That's a Norn. I think it probably looks best out of these pictures. Norn looks the best. But, yeah. No cape! You noticed? No cape. Here's the medium armor. This is Char. Look at that. Assassin style. No capes. No capes. I like the collar. There it is. I believe that's human. Right there. Again, there's a lot of detail to this armor that you should probably check out. There's blades, like down here on the boots. There's blades on the boots. There's Sylvari. And they're dyeable. So yeah, we're going to see the different colors and things like that. Here's Asura. Medium armor. Asura sort of loses a little bit of the assassin flair a little bit, in my opinion. And the collar is sort of lost to their big heads. But, you know, that's my opinion. I still think it looks good, though. I think that's some of the best looking armor I've seen on Asura. This is the heavy armor. I believe this is a Norn. Maybe it's human. Hard to tell those two apart without a scale. But heavy armor. I made this armor in Guild Wars 1. It's not one-to-one comparison, but an armor like it. I like the style of helmet, the Crusader type helmet and that kind of thing. But overall, the armor definitely looks good. We get to see some of the ribbon that's happening on this one. There's the Char. For the Char, I don't know how their horns work. I've seen a few different Char, I think, a couple different Char. They've each had different style horns. I don't know if it's just going to protrude out of the helmet. Like the ears are also there and they're clipping. I don't know. But I don't think it looks terrible. I do think it maybe, I don't know, something else. But the heavy armor for sure is what I'm making, and I was always planning to make the heavy armor. So, seeing this, and this was in the thumbnail, this is the Asura. I love the look of this armor. I can't wait to have the heavy armor. The sad part is I don't play heavy classes anymore. So I may have to make the other armors, depending, you know. But I think by far the heavy armor is my favorite. Yeah, binary. But yeah, I think that's awesome. Don't do it. But there are previews. I don't know if there's any other previews of that, but I'm sure next week we'll have it in the wardrobe. People will be able to look at it closer on each race, dye channels, all that kind of stuff. So February 27th, that's when that stuff is going to hit. We will grind all of the stuff out for that heavy legendary armor. But the one thing we're going to focus on next Tuesday is just story, the map, the events, that kind of thing. Should take 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 streams for sure. It should probably take 2 streams for sure. Maybe 3. Last update, it did not take long to get through the content at all. And I was sort of disappointed. But this time around, we have a little bit of a long-term stuff with that armor and other things to look at. I'm excited. March 19th, another big day. March 19th is on a Tuesday, 3 weeks into March, just to give you a heads up. We will have Guild Wars 2 today, February 20th. The 27th, the 28th, and the 29th to finish out February will actually just be all Guild Wars 2. That may go into March, but our next show in March won't be until March 19th, because there's no other content that's going to happen there. And then after that, it will be April 16th with Super Adventure Box. So, and just to give you an idea, that's 4 weeks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 4 weeks out, so we'll have an entire chunks of no Guild Wars 2 for a while, until the next major update after April 16th, which I believe the next major update will be in June. My guess is June 25th. June 25th will give all of July and the expansion announcement into the expansion. But it may be May. I don't know. But I do feel like it's going to be in June. Maybe 18th, 25th is the next major update and final update for Soto. And then we'll have some balance changes and stuff in July. We'll have the Dragon Bash. The Cliffs will come back just before the expansion or just after the expansion is released. Or during it, who knows. And then looking ahead in 2024, so August is new expansion. November will be the next major update right after Halloween. So we sort of know the cadence. We should be getting something every month. This does not mean, so just sort of talking about my schedule, this does not mean Guild Wars 2 won't pop up at some other point to talk about something or just to do grind for the legendary armor. But by the expansion, all the legendary armor goal that I have will be done. The other goal this year is to hit 45,000 achievement points. I have not worked on at all. I've gained achievement points, of course, from the festivals and stuff. That's just to ease up on that goal. But that will be the main goal, is to get to 45,000 achievement points. Everything else Guild Wars 2 related will be outside of the stream for now. Does not mean that we will not do other things with Guild Wars 2. Giveaways, not really sure. I got a lot of gems that I need to give away. Every giveaway I do, we only have about 20 people join or less. So I end up just giving everybody something. And we may have to do giveaways a bit differently. Somehow. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But the content for the Solid Cube Factory itself will be expanding this year. So, because we'll be going year by year instead of stream anniversary by stream anniversary. So I have an extra 3 months on top of other goals. So that'll be interesting. Because things be changing, yo. Also, there may be collab stuff coming up later this year. Oh, wait. I'm back. Hey, let's play some Guild Wars 2. Does anybody have any questions? They logged me out. ArenaNet. That's already here. Is that open? Close that. Sorry. I got kicked out. Talked for so long, but there is an hour to sort of just go over some stuff. I'm trying to think. We talked a lot about World versus World. PvP getting some title changes. I wonder if that'll bring people back into PvP, but they really need to work on that game mode. So yeah, let's see here. A week from today, February 27th. But I wanted to go out to a specific map. Let's talk about resources. Oh, no, we're going to go gamble our resources a little bit. That kind of thing. I got up to 1,418 gold. So I have that up at my discretion. I cleared out my inventory. Have you seen an inventory so clear before? I don't think you have. But my bank is sort of looking bad. I also made the legendary rune. We talked about that. Oh, by the way, you got a week left to make a legendary rune if you want to get that legendary relic for free. A week. So who the frick in a guild is this? Oh. Spying on my guildies. But anyways, let's talk resources. I don't think the Black Lion chest changed today. No, it'll change. We opened 50 of these last show. It did not go well. Not go well. But this should be changing maybe with the next updates. We'll check that out. There was some new stuff on the gym store. Let's touch on that really quick. There's a new pistol.
Another.
What happened there? Look at that, a pistol. The Elegant Noble's Glider. I don't know if these colors are the best. Doesn't look terrible. And a backpack. Ooh. What else came out? The Synergetics Cyberhound skin. Or the Jackal. Keep forgetting which one it's for. Some reason. But there it is. Is this worth 1,600 gems, aka 20 bucks US? That's your opinion. Subjective, I guess. Build template expansions are 40% off, 180 gems. The Rune Crafter's Salvage-O-Matic, which I should probably grab at this point, is also 20% off, and so is the other ones, I believe. Copper Fed, Silver Fed, Salvage-O-Matic. These are the best ones in the sense of if you're looking for salvaging. The Rune one salvages upgrades. You rarely use the Jackal? Yeah. Last time I saw the Jackal was Halloween. Last time I used it. Equipment template expansions, which I think are better for your value, are 20% off. I still don't think that's enough. I think 300 gems is where they should be at. I think the equipment template expansions should be 300 gems, maybe 350. I'll give them 350. And I think the build template expansions should always be 200 gems or less. That's how I feel about those. Ever since they released them, I just always felt like they were overpriced myself. But 10 bucks for equipment template expansion. Is that how much 400 are? $5. It doesn't matter. Even at $5, I feel like it's too much. Maybe closer to $3. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, there's some other stuff on sale if you want to check it out. They're always having sales now. What's great about always having these sales is that they are knocking that 20 to 40% off a lot of things, which make it the price that I want this stuff to be at. For 1,600 gems, if you don't want this, you can get the Siege Turtle Advent Mounts Pack, which gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skins for 1,600. So for the same price, you can get 5 skins. You can get this one. You can get this one. Or this one. Or this one. Or this one. Makes me really think Godzilla for some reason every time I see it. But, I mean, Godzilla's not a turtle. Right? Yeah, you want to be a turtle. More like an alligator at the end of the day. Like, it's not an alligator, he's a Godzilla. And I'm just being like, whatever. Really into it. But anyways, my point is, I think the gym cells make things priced more fairly. Any of the glider stuff usually comes out at 700 gems. The pistol skin, I have no idea why this stuff isn't loading for me. Probably gonna lose the internet at some point today. But there that is. Just want to touch on the gym store things. If you want to check it out, please spend money on my game.
I'm rich.
Thanks. I don't get a kickback for saying that. I just want this game to be here tomorrow, so not going anywhere anytime soon. I hope. But that's my point. I can spend thousands of dollars a month to spend it on this game. Send me stuff. Yeah, you know? You have too much money. I'll take it. I got things I want. If you just want to buy me stuff in the game, I'll take it. 1 copper. Really? 1 copper. Just sitting in there. But anyways, you can see the price better. 1,418 gold is what I'm sitting at. Is there anything else to talk about? What am I forgetting? am I forgetting? So next week, I will have a legendary relic. I like how I made that legendary rune and didn't put it on anything. I just... Unless you have all of them, I just don't think it's worth it. You know? I don't think it's worth it. I looked at the balance changes for March 19th for my Necro. Not much is changing. Am I going to go sword, sword? I don't think so. I may do, on the weapon swap, maybe a sword or something. But I just don't think... with this build, sword synergizes well with it. If I was playing more of a Zerker Marauders, front-end power damage, like, instead of having the defensive vitality here, I think sword would be great, but it's just not going to happen on my main. There it is. I don't know how the legendary armor is going to work next week. I don't know if we have to buy more of another set of legendary stuff. So let's talk about that really quick. So with the tier 1 obsidian armor, in the collection, legendary armor, is it in there? I'm forgetting. There's still some stuff they haven't introduced, but there's these collections down here at the bottom. For the armor, I don't know how you get the light, medium, or heavy armor, that kind of thing, yet. But I think I figured out what one of these were. But my long story short, with the legendary rune, we did have to spend some stuff. I'm not going to do any calculations until I'm done with the new content, and then we can start looking at those goals. But this next week, I believe, can be finished for your last 4 achievement points. So if you're not caught up on that, that will be there. But like, these have all been armors, and there's a 4th one that's undiscovered. It has to be armor, right? But I also feel like maybe it's not. Or, as I was saying, maybe it's ascended armor to get something, to unlock the thing. I don't know. Because I'm still not really sure how you would get light, medium, or whatever armor, light, medium, or heavy, and that kind of stuff. Like, my brain just isn't wrapping around it. I'm pretty sure I know something that would tell me, but that's what it is. But next week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 achievement points are sitting here, plus the 4 here, so another 10 achievement points for getting the collections done, and that kind of thing for legendary armor. With that said, this is another legendary object that if you make a set of at all, you get achievement points for it. So, and how many total? So it's 3 per 18 plus 10, 28 achievement points for making legendary armor. The reason I bring that up is because other legendary armor in this game does not give you any achievement points, which I think is BS. It's an achievement to make legendary stuff. And I feel like they need to go back and look at achievements a bit. With that said, when I go after the 45,000 achievement points, I'm gonna get to this chest, Unstoppable Achiever. That's my goal by the end of the year. When I go after that, there is a lot of collection stuff I need to start looking at and deciding, can I plan this out to grab like 3 achievement points from the other tiers of legendary things and that kind of stuff. Big Beard has taken a turn in the last week, rebelling. But these collections are going to be important. Like, listen. Some of this stuff is so close, it's embarrassing. Okay, I'll be honest. Really, Zorric, you can break this stuff down. You know, you can get stuff you can use for other legendary things. Right? I can hear it already. Alright, I don't even know what this is. But where did this come from? But
How may I be of service?
I don't know. It's always been sitting there. But it's things to look at. A lot of collection stuff is a little bit of achievement points, but they add up quickly. I mean, we're not going to finish Jormag defense guide or anything like that anytime soon. But yeah, This is what's gonna end up happening by the end of the year, I hope, or I'm just not gonna care enough. I hope that's not the case. I'm not gonna make coalescence, anything like that. Like, I still don't have Winter's Presence because I just don't want to spend the gold on that for some reason, but I do. I've wanted it for so long. Royal Flame Weapons, like, just to look at those. Royal Flame. And of course, Halloween's already been here and gone. You have to get these coffers right here. They're 20 gold a piece. By this Halloween, they should be cheap enough that I shouldn't feel like it would be a detriment in any way to buy them and finish the achievement. It's only 5 achievement points, but it's also about, you know, making sure to keep up with the account. Black Lion collections are going to be done over time, specifically because I need tickets to keep up with the collections. Take the tickets, finish it. So every new collection for Black Lion's weapons this year will add 3 achievement points, and then I'll have to decide if I need to finish another one, like the 7 Reapers weapon collection. You know, this will give me 7 more tickets, that kind of thing. I did finish this a while back when I had a bunch of gold on hand and that kind of thing. The other thing, just talking about this account in general and what happens when you're only Fashion Wars but you don't Fashion Wars, is the fact that
What is it?
I've saved up a lot of guaranteed wardrobe unlocks from Black Lion chest openings or anything else. So just talking about that really quick. I need to go through and buy all the cheapest stuff I can to reduce this right here. Also, I should have looked at finishers not too long ago. You were able to get a finisher for free for something. EVP? Stop it, Zorric. Gee, somebody help me. Somebody help me. I don't even know how to play this game. Finisher! But yeah, some of these came down in price. And the other thing that they introduced was only show available. What was the other thing I was thinking? Other, no, was it other skins? What? Doesn't matter. But yeah, I can look at this and like the ones I don't have, pick those up. But some of these are still pretty expensive. This is why I've never picked them up. Anything under 20 gold needs to start becoming fair game to just buy and put towards whatever. A lot of my achievement points are actually locked behind cosmetic collections and things like that. If I start looking through, like, even some of this stuff, it's locked behind, you know, finishing Guild Wars 1. I am 1 point away, just 1 title, I think. It's like 1 title away from getting 50 achievement points there. I have no idea what this was. I don't know where this stuff came from. Costume Brawl, I never finished. Although I did get a lot of this done last time. In fact, I think I hit tier 10. No. But I almost got to tier 11 and quit. That's what I did. Never mind. That wasn't a good example. I'm not even done with weapon masteries. And a lot has changed over the years to actually finish these. Longbow Master, really, Zorric. Longbow Master. Now, Focus, Shield, Torch, Warhorn, all makes sense. But I have 2 underwater weapons that I haven't finished. That's 15 achievement points that are pretty easy, so. And Wardrobe or armor unlocks get you things locked behind achievements like legendary armor. No. I don't think so, no. So you can't gain skins from the wardrobe unlocks affect anything you can find as a drop, Black Lion chest, or Black Lion store. So like anything that you pay gems for, that stuff's in there. So like gliders and that kind of thing. But pretty much if you can find it on the trading post, it's in the wardrobe unlock. And they update it every 6 months or so. So every 6 months they add in the items that can be earned in the game, specifically outside of like having to put it together, if that makes sense. So, well, that's not true even. I don't know exactly what the criteria is, but for the most part, if you can find it on the trading post, you can earn it through a wardrobe unlock. But there are also the gym store items that you can earn as well. But anything that will get you closer to a legendary, I don't think so. I don't think you can get like precursor skins. You can't get the festival skins in there, I don't think. You have to earn those through the festival, so you can't get like super adventure box unlocks that way. Anything else? Yeah, just all that. You just can't. But it would be interesting. But I believe it's just purely RNG as well. So like whatever's in there all drops at the same rate as far as I know. So it just rolls the number, picks the number, gives you the item skin. So, but it is how I've earned a lot of money in the past, in the sense of account value. Like, we've gotten 2,000 gold worth of stuff in one go because of wardrobe unlocks. You know, you find a skin worth 800, another one worth 400, and it turns around another one 300, plus all the other crap you got from the Black Lion chest. It's really hard to say Black Lion chest ain't worth it when they're giving you wardrobe unlocks, and those wardrobe unlocks are giving you extremely valuable skins. As somebody once said to me, it's gambling inside of the gamble to end up hitting the jackpot type of thing. I don't know. This is legendary armor, where 6 unique legendary armor pieces. This is for raid armor specifically, I believe. So, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I believe it's just for the raid legendary armor. What else is in here? That's repeatable. That's repeatable. That's repeatable. Oh. That's the I'm Rich You Know title. Just looking at something. Giant Slayer? I never did that one. Only 100 in 11 and a half years, I've only gotten 161 giant kills. Just to put that in perspective. I remember the farm for that. I was not going to waste my time with it. Twilight Assaulter. I need to find people who can get me these achievements. I know some of it's bugged, but holy crap, I'm missing I mean, it's a lot. Breaking like 50, 60 achievement points in here, right? Because this is 10, 20, 30. That's 55 right there, just with 4 of the achievement points. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 63 achievement points. Right there. That's a lot for me. Hard to find anything else. Believe it or not, Dungeon Frequenter. Not that one. Not Dungeon Frequenter. Sorry. Hobby Dungeon Explorer. I have not finished this. There's 70 achievement points sitting in this. That's right. That's right. 70 achievement points. I know people have had that done since pretty much the achievement came out and they just grinded it. 3 giant kills a day? Dragonstorm gives you giant kills? What you talking about? I was doing it for the 14 legendaries. 3 a day? I was at what? 161? So 3 a day. 3. What's that? 839 divided by 3 a day would take me 280 days. Want me to do Dragonstorm for 280 days? Hey, but we can do some math on this. 280 days, about 4.1 gold, is it? Yeah, 4.1 gold on average per day. It's an extra 1,148 gold. And that's not including everything. So it would be an extra 1,148 gold to get the achievement done. Paladin, hello, welcome. Oh. See, I like to synergize stuff when I have to do this. Oh, I gotta do this a couple more times. I thought I was never gonna finish this achievement. Right here. What was it? Nimble Onslaught, and then they added it again, didn't they? Truly Nimble Onslaught, because it was bugged? I don't remember doing that. I don't remember. I remember finishing this one and being like, I got it. It's done. I never have to do it again. But, yeah. But let's look at newer content. Secrets of the Obscure. This is the newest map right here. As you notice, I still have some stuff to do here. But I have been keeping up. The Wizard's Tower's done. I have been keeping up with a lot of stuff in the sense of making sure I get the meta achievement done. And then there's a bunch of repeatable things for like a little bit of achievements. I don't really like these, but at the same time, like, yeah, I get why they wanted you to keep doing it. But for the most part, this should have a second one. So Haters Territory, and then we'll get another one. But the weekly rifts and stuff like that I stopped doing because I got enough for the legendary armor. But rift hunting, I did finish this out. If this should change, I don't think they're adding any more to this. Maybe the weekly stuff will come back, but I just don't think so. I don't think that the weekly rift hunting is worth anything past the legendary armor. Convergences, however, I do think you get 3 convergences a week for extra things. I think those are more important than the weekly ones. If you want to make another set of legendary armor, the convergences are definitely where you want to do it. I did 29 convergences, one more for an achievement point here. And then there's a repeatable one that will happen when that's done. You get a Sky Scale weapon box every 100 of them, I think. Something. But yeah, once you get the achievements in these, it's just earning those extra nugget of Cryptus essence. It all just adds up very quickly here. But yeah, I got all of that done except for the 100 convergences. This is literally 100 days. Not even, because you can do it multiple times a day. It just, you know, I got tired of them. The Journal for a Worm achievement, it's perfect for Necro. Where was that? But this is my thing. That's what I'm talking about with achievement points. There was a lot of stuff like this I have half done, 90% done. We can't go off of like the summary because this is going to be competitive. Like, I mean, 3 more kills. Is that it? Yeah, 3 more kills in a PvP map. Or whatever it is. Neutralize 50 enemy capture points for 3 achievement points. This is the stuff that sits. In my achievement panel for years. Like there's meta achievements for PvP. You gotta win 25 matches there, things like that. But like, I remember when they were getting rid of this. That's why I grinded it out and ended up finishing Eternal Coliseum because everybody plays Eternal Coliseum. But it's just so hard to get the 25 wins and stuff. And I hate PvP. So, but like, there's a lot of achievements just sitting there. Dust Champion. Like, didn't get anything in this one. Because I just don't play it. You know what I mean? Just don't play it. I don't even know what Spirit Watch is. I don't even know. Skyhammer, Jesus Christ. But you know, it's something to think about. Play ranked. Lots of achievement points in that competitive stuff. You know what's sad? My Necro is no longer going to have the top title for wins anymore. That's fine. I mean, it's okay. I don't even know what this is, but there seems to be achievement attached to it a little bit. But the daily activity, which I don't know if will still be here after next week, going back and doing that actually earned me some achievement points this year. Keg Brawl, that kind of thing. Like, I never finished these. A lot of people think having 43,886 or more achievement points requires you to finish every little achievement. It's not. It's just a wide range of them. I love South Sun Survival. I go in there and absolutely destroy people, whether I live or die. I usually die intentionally because you can trap people a lot easier by being dead. Eliminate 1,000 other survivors, 611. That number has grown significantly this year. And last year when they changed things over, oh yeah, the last 6 months, I've been killing some people. I think on average, my kills in South Sun Survivor was like 5 or 6 or something. It's crazy. Again, it's fun, and you get loot and stuff like that. But again, the reason why I'm talking about achievements is because, you know, that goal is still out there, that kind of thing. Lunar New Year, still going on. But did I even finish all of these? Oh, I have to select a crafting discipline still on this character. Get out of here. But yeah, as long as I'm doing the festivals and stuff, keeping up with that, we should get another 200 this year. So we're definitely going to hit 44,000. The rest of them are going to come from whatever new content they throw our way and whatever I'm willing to finish. But going back and finishing some of this stuff, it's like almost time. This will be done next week, that kind of thing. This skin is worth 10 achievement points, but I don't think it's worth doing because it's so freaking expensive to get started. I got a golden ticket. I'm rich, you know, right there. Why? I don't know. It's there. I don't know what to tell you. 3,000 gold. Do I want to spend 3,000 gold on 5 achievement points? Just snag the pistol for one shot? Wait, what are you talking about? I lost context. But with another expansion coming this year, is 45,000 though even hard to achieve? I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like they are giving a lot of... They're giving a lot more achievement points. I'm almost done with this one. Defeat the Wanderer. Prevent the Cryptus from repairing the extractor. Escort the recon team as they investigate. Huh. Oh, yeah, I need to do the residue. Carry a beacon's flame. Gotta do that form. This is the hardest one to do. Just because I usually miss the southern beacon. Oh yeah, the 2-shot pistol, or is it 1 shot? I thought it had 2 shots.
It's nice to see.
But 1 shot sounds fair. 2 shots seems aggressive. Oh yeah, and South Sun Survival, there are a lot of things. There's a 1 shot on the bow too. It's really hard to do when someone's paying attention. But when someone's like so busy collecting things and you shoot them in the back of the head with the 1-shot kill, you're like, yeah, that's what you get. Also, there's a moment when you first come in and there's other people where you can run and grab the pistol and then have them talk. And as they go, okay, we're going to let you do things, just immediately shoot and kill someone. I'm ruthless, man. Hunger Games, okay? Is all this crap. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is like, if it's happening. I've escorted the relics, but I have not helped her get the relics. Oh, man. It's so funny when I look at some of this stuff. It's busy work. It's just busy work. And then I haven't done the mount stuff. Well, you take your sky scale. That's 9 achievement points right there. What else does it give you? Oh, just the mastery. That makes sense. If there's new mastery stuff to, like, earn, that's when I should go do those. Bigger than you remember. Yeah, gets all jumbled. And I just, yeah, a lot of it's go back and do the content again. I just don't like those achievements myself, but... No rest for the Cryptus. This one's fun when you're doing, like, Tier 1 and Tier 2 and Tier 3 crypts over and over and over. You'll get this one a lot. Just extra loot. Something you're going to do anyways. Story-wise... I don't think I went back and finished some of this stuff, but again, I have kept up with the meta. None of these were hard to do, as far as I remember. Just, again, but if we go into Dragons and the stuff, notice I haven't finished this, and, you know, this one. So... yeah, I don't know. Champions! This was the Dragon Response missions, right? Yeah. Again, a lot of achievement points just left behind. Just left behind. Haven't kept up with it. But if you're wondering, like, Zorric, have you done raids? Raid strikes? What have you done with that? A lot of achievements there, for sure. But they are for the,
How may I be of service?
you know... This is just into Dragon Strike missions. Where's the raid one? Because a lot of people are like, you don't do raids! But for raids, yeah, I have done a lot of them, grabbed a lot of those achievement points. Lots of achievement points to get. Have not defeated the end bosses in Wing 7. What's this, Wing 6?
It is good to speak to you.
Yeah, I think I missed Wing 6. No, I haven't. Just haven't done the achievements for him. A Hall of Chains. Just everything but Doom, I think. Bastion of the Pendant. Done that one. But yeah, I have grabbed some of the raid achievements. You know some people? I know some people too. It's just... Fractal ones, I think it's mostly just the new fractals. Shadowed Observatory is literally beating it on Tier 4. Never finished it. Mastery point, 5 achievement points. Well, 10 achievement points is just sitting there. Sunqua Peak Fractal, I believe it's all Tier 4 stuff as well. And then not being hit by things or stupid achievements, they shouldn't exist. I think it's dumb when achievements are like, don't be hit by the spam attack. And they should be trying to get players not to avoid being hit, but playing in the mechanics of the game. I think being hit is just something that happens every once in a while. If it's like a one-hit kill mechanic, maybe. You can make that argument, but like at the same time, rarely is that it. But anyhow, Silent Surf, never touched it. It was bugged. I didn't want to mess with it. I just think new fractals just aren't the same as they were back in my day. Fractals were fun. Yeah. I don't know if there's actually too much of this left to do either. What? But that's insane. I've done this. Several times. Kappa Exterminator.
What is it?
Oh, it was repeatable. That's one.
May the stars guide you.
Unchained.
Act with honor. Speak with
I never went back to do the skiff.
lesser age.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff too. But I think the mastery achievements is pretty much the goal at this point for me. Dragon's Inn, funny enough. I don't have that achievement. Surprised. Oh, without getting hit by the tentacles. I did the hard one. Arborstone, there's some of this stuff still sitting there. Don't know what that is. Fishing. Have not done the Hornamaguma Fisher. 14 achievement points, but I've been told it is terrible and nasty. Maybe a little bit better. No, thank you. And then there's also the facets. Want to get those? I don't. That's where I'm at.
Speak with integrity.
That. Anyways. Away from all that. Grab this. I'm wasting my buffs anyways, just sitting here for 2 hours. I got a celebration booster on. Another 9 hours. Do this really quick so I won't have to worry about food. And since I have so much utility stuff, or metabolic primers, there we go. I would find the word. Let's go start using them. 'Cause why not? It took years to acquire them. I don't understand why I don't just. Gonna take years to use them up, is what I'm trying to say. The Realm of Dreams. Okay, so going through all of that was just taking a look at it. There's tons of achievement points. I think there's something like 2,000 achievement points that are actually easier to acquire. World vs. World, Dulyak's best friend. In there, that's another 25. World vs. World in general, I've completed some of them. There's a lot of them there. My Realm Adventure, I'm only at 51,133. But I don't know. Dulyak's best friend. What is this? Capture keeps. I need 88 more keeps. That'll happen over time. So, again, those are like 50 achievement points right there that may happen this year. That's a good chunk of that I'm missing. I don't know what this is.
It's nice to see.
Just random crap I have in here. I don't do a lot of the Eternal Battlegrounds. That's why Stone Mist Castle hasn't been captured 200 times. Probably go do it. Been time. Been Stone Mist Castle 250 times. You know, I'm surprised I don't have at least that tier. Always surprises me when I go back and look at this and remind myself how much time I've spent in World vs. World, especially on Eternal Battlegrounds, and don't have Stone Mist captured more or defended more. Always blows my mind when I think about it. Killing people, I can understand it being a much lower number than I think it is, because like even killing 100 people in a night takes work, right? But like even this feels low to me for being a commander. But you know, back in the day, it was about keeping my people alive more than it was just killing people. And that's Edge of the Mist, which I'll probably never touch again. I have no idea what this is. Oh, the 2 boxes. Those were bugged when it first came out. And this is breaking down gates with supply. And I have to do it 1 billion more times because for some reason they think everybody was going to do this, I guess. I want them to get rid of that achievement, in all honesty. I think it's stupid. War Claws doing that is a waste of supply. It's against the group type of thing. I don't know. That's how I feel. I think it's a dumb achievement. A lot of achievements in the Path of Fire. Heart of Thorns. Hey, 60 nice times I've done that meta. I remember when everybody was grinding that. Someone's like, you don't have that done? Come on, man. 15 more achievements. 6 more times for 8 achievement points. Maybe be worth it to catch every day. There's a lot of everyday things I can do, like Dragonstorm, I guess. Kill 3 giants. 5 hours on a Friday night? Now that'd be boring.
What have you been moving?
Food, mostly. Everybody's
Last Friday, I believe we had Northern Shiver Peaks. And whenever we're like attached to them, that server just sucks. I don't know what's going on with that server, but anyways, I wanted to go back out to Soto content here. Talk about a few things. No, we gotta go gamble. Man, I'm all over the place now. And I need to go to Discord. Need to go doing today. The frick is that? Need to go here. I need to click on. Need to delete that so I can see my stuff. I need to click on this to go to Guild Wars 2 efficiency to look at my World vs. World legendary armor. And take a look to see what I need for that. It'll take 20 gold to get whatever I need for World vs. World medium legendary armor. So what do I need, you may be asking? 15 vials of powerful blood. $15 vials of powerful blood. That's good. Why I don't play this game as much as I was, because nothing's really challenging anymore. Let me get to a bank really quick and explain the why. So if I go to this material storage, I haven't been selling much of anything. Just been letting it collect and that kind of stuff. And I already had tons of it before we finished up our legendary weapons and stuff like that. The crafting materials, all that stuff is it's just there. It's just a lot of it. But the important part is we did use some of this for crafting, so my tier 5s aren't as terrible as they were. They were maxing out and I was having to sell them. We're gonna max those out again today. Because I've gained a lot of unbound magic and a lot of volatile magic. Oh my goodness. Mustache is itching my nose. But the tier 6 material, you know, vials of powerful blood was getting pretty expensive there. 50 silver or whatever. The totems as well were getting pretty expensive. But that stuff has calmed down. Next week, when the Wizards Vaults change over, there's probably going to be a legendary box of some sort. All the price of this stuff is going to go back up. But I am never going to buy any more of it. I just don't think at any point I'm going to go after too much legendary stuff, except maybe legendary runes and sigils, because that will be the last bit of it I will need after this year. And I can finish those this year. Even with the 940 gold price tag on a legendary rune, I could get 4 or 5 easily this year. But last year we grinded out like 20,000 gold worth of materials. And I ended up getting locked by actual account bound things, right? So that was 14 legendary weapons. So 20,000 gold. Say those runes are even 1,000 gold apiece. Getting 7,000 in the sigil. What, you need 4 and 7? What am I forgetting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Is that right? So it's 11. Even if it was, say, 15,000 gold worth of stuff to get those done, I could do it this year. Even with a late start and going after the other things. But runes and sigils aren't hard to get a hold of, in my opinion, unless you're talking dungeon ones. But even then, I've spent my time grabbing the weeklies from the events. I have 72 Tyrion exchange vouchers, right? These things build up over time from your weeklies and stuff like that. I don't know where I put the legendary shard boxes. Oh, 121 legendary shards. Like, that stuff builds up over time, and you sort of have to ask yourself what you're going to do with them. The one thing it would do is free up my inventory of nonsense. All these relics will be gone starting next week because I don't need them anymore. So it's going to save bank space by doing legendary stuff. So I don't need extra runes or sigils or anything like that sitting anywhere. But for the most part, even on the trading post, you know, 10 gold for 6 runes isn't going to break me. And things like that. So it's just, I'm at that point. Just at that point to decide what to do with that kind of stuff. As a new player, it's probably in your best interest to maybe think about investing in legendary stuff sooner rather than later, because then you don't have to deal. Like, if you invested in a legendary rune as a new player now and you're getting that relic next week for free, done yourself a service, because then you never have to worry about it if you're going to keep up on the expansions and stuff. Every time you buy a new expansion, you're always going to have access to the things that are just sort of free to the public type of thing. Now, I believe with the relics, you are going to have to buy and unlock the relics to use for your legendary stuff. Makes sense that they couldn't do that forever. But if you do get a legendary weapon or armor, those stats that new stats that come out with whatever content, you have access to it immediately. So changing your build to the best build or the meta and things like that becomes cheaper over time. And the longer you play, the cheaper it is. So I'm already there in a sense, except I'm behind on armor and that kind of thing. So armor, I think armor and the relics are the most important things to get done. Runes were important, but now the relic sort of takes over that kind of stuff, so it makes those even less for me. I think sigils will probably be the more important thing for me to get moving forward. Different rune stats or effects or anything like that in the sense of boon duration and things, there are ways to find a cheaper version of it at this point, as far as I could tell. So anyways, back inside of the material storage, do I have enough stuff to make the armor and things? Yeah. I'm already back up to 82 mystic clovers after making that legendary rune. I forget how many I need for that armor, but it didn't say I needed any more mystic clovers, did it? Or I didn't really check because I'm a noob. Let me double check that. I may need 90 mystic clovers or something like that. What do I need? Yeah, 90. So I need 8 more. I have plenty of mystic coins, ecto, and obsidian shards right now. Who knows what it's going to take for whatever else I need for the other armor. That's why I'm sort of waiting, because I don't know what I'm going to need for what. The other thing is, if the essences I need down here for more of the amalgamated Cryptus essence for a collection or something next week, I do have some stocked up, but I don't mind going and doing a bit of rifts just to sort of top that off. I think I almost have 3 worth, almost 4 here, almost 3 worth of tier 2, and then a healthy chunk of the regular base ones. So I forget how many it takes for those. Is it just a stack? And I have 10 worth? So, like, not worried about that. Where I am hurting a bit is needing 30 of these, I think. I don't remember if I need full 23 cases of captured lightning or pouches of stardust, but these are behind. The congealed screams for sure are behind. Inside my wallet, what are we sitting at for currencies for this map? Map currencies. So for static charges, I can get 15 more, I think. No, it's a stack. I'm out of my mind. What was I thinking? 150? No, that's not even math. What? 4, 8, 12, 13 more. Don't ask me where that 15 came from, because I have no idea what But I've been earning these through World versus World. We have another 6, 7 more pinches of Stardust. So I don't know how much more Stardust I'm going to need, but I only have 335 calcified gasps. But we're going to be in that map with story and events and that kind of thing moving forward. So, yeah. I just do not know. Just don't know exactly how much of what. Mapping, I do know I'm going to need Omnitas at least 4 more times and the new map 6 times over. So, depending on how hard the lanterns are or whatever, gonna have to figure that out. And I will show that. I will show that it's, you know, easy or not. But, yeah. Sort of where I'm at there. Trying to think of anything else. I needed 1,500 of each map currency for the legendary armor. Like it's 300 per piece or something like that. I already finished that stuff. So all of this is just extra at this point for any of the premium currency, as I call it. The upgraded stuff. So the map currency, buying the, you know, the pouch of Stardust or whatever. I can also do metas, which will reward one of those. So it's 250 of the map currency that I don't have to worry about. I was able to get this meta done. I was bored some nights. I think I was able to get the meta done 3 times, something like that. So the rest of it, I don't know how many I got the first day and that kind of stuff, but I sort of just abandoned that content as soon as I was done with it. But I'm already at 12 of these. The new map is not hard to enjoy in the sense of just completing events and things. A lot of them can be pretty fast. So when the content hits next week, we get a look at that. Unbound Magic, I have 74,617 and 47,197 Volatile Magic. I have 1,400 gold. Let's go spend it. First place we're going to go is Ember Bay. Let's buy the Unbound Magic stuff. So we are buying the Magic Warp Bundles Rare. I can get 59 of them for 23 gold and 60 silver. So those are gone. And then I will go to Corna really quick. I can also go to the Eye of the North and other things, I think. Get them at Eye of the North, yeah. But I don't need anything else at the Eye of the North. I'm going to go and grab them here because I know exactly where this NPC is. We're going to buy those trophy shipments. That's going to cost me 188 gold. So I still have 1,200 gold here. Remember, I only needed 15 of the Powerful Blood. You're like, Zork, why are you grabbing that tree? Waypoint costs. No, always keep up on your waypoint costs. Might as well open the trophy shipments now. We'll just do that. 188 of them. I wonder if I got enough tier 6 mats. Let's see. 200 totems, 140 bones, 185 fangs, 190 claws, 220 vials of powerful blood, 195 powerful venom sacks, 190 of the tier 6 dust, and 185 scales. Am I missing anything in there? No. But I'm going to have a bunch of tier 5 stuff sitting up here. And the funny thing is, I'm going to plug up the holes best I can because we're going to open these other ones. Let's do that. 59 of the magic warped bundles.
Mine. All mine.
Didn't get to a stack of any of the tier 6 stuff. Well, lodestones, I didn't do too terribly on. Right. These are technically lodestones, but we don't talk about those. 2 freshwater pearls, and I ended up with 6 mystic clovers. That's good. That's good. 6 mystic clovers right there. For free. And I needed, what, 90 mystic clovers? I was at 82. I need 2 more. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and deposit those. I got some amalgamated gemstones. I stopped selling those. Some more lodestones right there. Yeah, it looks like we did get whammied a little bit on the other ones. But for the most part, don't need the freshwater pearls, so we get to sell those. How much those selling for? It's not that low. Come on, get out of here. Do 93 and 93. Get some money back with those. The rest of it I will keep for the most part. Black diamond. I don't know what happened to those, but those have gotten really cheap. Not too cheap, but I remember the last time I sold one, actually, so Anyways, almost a stack of Powerful Blood, which is good. Really close to a stack of Venom Sacs. But do I need tier 6 materials? Probably not after that, so done. What do we have left over? Not all this stuff is stacking. Why? So this is all extra tier 5 stuff. You gotta ask yourself, what am I gonna do with it? Almost 2 stacks of those. Totem. Yeah, the blood was short. The dust, I don't know why I'm so short on dust. But anyways, let's check these out in the trading post. So not even a silver for that. The potent blood will sell well. And the totems will also sell pretty well because of the price of the tier 6. I'm going to quick sell these. And I'm probably going to have to sell another stack of these. The reason why I'm doing that is because converting it isn't worth it, as far as I know. And I don't know what I'm going to need for World vs. World armor in the sense of tier 5 stuff, but I'm not going to be worried about it in the future. The rest of these, I feel like conversion is in their future. Except for the dust, which I wonder if I can do something else with. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and just see what other tier 5 mats I can get. But anyhow, that's all excess rewards from that. Cashing out after all this time, and that's just to make sure we are ready for legendary armor and any other future endeavor that we may need, like another set of precursor armor or whatever. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you can go to Guild Wars 2 efficiency to look it up. But I'm pretty sure if I look at currency, spirit shards, go by sell price, buy price. Looking at flat profit. Venom sacs, totems, claws, blood, scales, bones are the order that it is. The bones really not worth it, it looks like. Scales is 26 silver. Blood, claws, totems, and venom sacs are the most profitable for tier 6 conversion. So those are probably worth it. But you gotta remember, you're gonna lose piles of crystalline dust, and those are pretty expensive. They're 14 silver a piece, so it's up to you how you want to do it. Or just sell them and just get some gold. I mean, that's where I was at. Guild Wars 2 lunchbox? Sure what that is. I usually just go to Guild Wars 2 efficiency. Lunchbox? Great, got a virus. Thanks, Chaz! Just kidding. Material upgrade profits. What, they just have all of them here? Tier 5 to tier 6. Cannot profit off of fangs, for sure. Bones don't seem to be worth it. Avenue. Tier 2 to tier 3 is a good money maker as well. Tier 1 to tier 2 just depends on which ones. Yeah, these are I guess net profit. I like how nothing is profitable anymore, except for maybe some of the cores, and then tier 2 to tier 3, and tier 5 to tier 6. Everything else will like destroy your wallet. That's interesting. Go insta buy, insta sell, and then nothing is profitable. I mean, the website does the same thing. The one thing I don't see here, though, is the other materials. About losing the internet. My favorite thing is everybody loses, like, the end, but at this point, some of you should know what's going on. That's my internet goes out. Funny thing is, Guild Wars 2 kept playing the music, so I was like, whatever. Now I have to close it and reopen it. Surprised it didn't blow up sooner, in all honesty. I have no idea. Some new ideas have been thrown out to me because of these internet issues. But if you've refreshed, I appreciate it. Hey, like and subscribe because internet sucks. Back into Guild Wars 2, let's go. Gonna go to Naos really quick and run around and do some things. Because why not? I need gasps. But the Lunchbox website looks pretty cool. Oh, I haven't done my weeklies either, by the way. I'll be honest, I stopped doing most of this. Why? I don't know, I'm just bored. Oh, 100 Awaken? Let's do that right now. Pretty much I'm just buying gold at this point because my wizard vault is empty. Yeah. Minute left. Do it. That guy. Die! Thorn walls are the best events. Do it. Do it. Skill reset. How many did I get there? 30 something? 24? Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and continue to do that. That event was just there and I'm gonna take advantage of it. Get the heart done too while I'm just sitting there. But anyhow, yeah. Where I'm at. Just could I use the gold? Yeah, I guess. The other thing is, all I'm doing, if you haven't seen my Wizard's Vault, is it's empty. Luck is not worth buying, especially with the event that was just going on. Tier 5 crafting bags, not really worth it either. I don't need transmutation charges. I have over 3,000 of them just sitting there. I have legendary stuff, so it doesn't make a big difference, and outfits. So, you know, those are there. And then obsidian shards. Dear God, I don't need any of those. I have 2,219 sitting in the bank. Reminds me, I should probably buy a provisioner's thing or something like that. But pretty much I've just been buying gold 5 at a time. When I max out, I'm going to go ahead and buy it because we got a week left. That kind of thing. Now, with the stuff changing for next week for the Wizard's Vault, should you get your stuff done? I don't know. I wish I could give you an answer, but I don't know. If they do reset, that's great. If they don't reset, I'm not going to be the reason why you got a bunch of gold and aren't prepared to buy the new things. But I'll be honest, I really think by just even jumping ahead and just getting a bunch of extra gold before an update is always a good thing anyways. So, you know, something to think about, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get extra weeklies or anything like that. It would be interesting. That did remind me, I should probably go get a provisioner's token. Keeping up on those. I have tons of charge quartz I can waste on it, or even other things for provisioner's tokens, but obsidian shards are so cheap that it's probably in my best interest to continue to buy provisioner's tokens for anything in the future. But it just sort of sucks that... It really sucks that there isn't just one NPC to do your conversions. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I don't get why they're having you run around. Like, do I need to come to the Black Citadel just to do this every day? No. ArenaNet needs to wake up and smell the coffee. Stop building a bunch of goddamn NPCs for the same goddamn thing. Just have a daily rotation if that has to be it. Or, you know, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's just so annoying to have to run out and watch a loading screen over and over. Like, when I go out and do the reclaimed plate, which I'm actually going through those, which is fantastic. When I go out to do the reclaimed plate, the difference between that and a city NPC, though, the fact that I can jump down and grab materials and do my dailies while doing this one, because sometimes the dailies require me... Fuck you, Moas. You know, I can kill some things, grab some loot. So ridiculous, the amount of crap I get. You know, so that ain't terrible. Maybe Justicar just started. This one did not. You can run over and help kill Justicar for something. But yeah, at least there are jungle plants up there. This is what I usually do when I come out here. Go ahead and grab some extra loot, because why not? Maybe I'll get lucky and get a Maguma Lily. Maybe I'll get lucky and... you know, come in here and there's a veteran to die. Like, at least these, when I go out to do this, there's other stuff to do for the loading screen. You know? I don't know if I'm making sense here. But the ones in the city just need to all be converged into LA, in my opinion. Or the new hubs. I don't get why they're having you run around for provisioner's tokens. I'm just saying. Like, the ones out in the maps for Soda are pretty unique in what they offer, in the sense of, like, stacks of things if you have too much of it. But again, I just don't think those are really worth your money. When you come out to these places, there's other farms. My point. Freshwater Pearl, come on. Ugh! Dang it! There we go. Dumb. Okay. Back out to the Wizard's Tower. The other thing I found really annoying about the last update that I hope they fix for the next one is getting out to this new map. The other maps have a gate. You go out to them, so it's free. Now, if I want to go to Omnitas, it's right there. They did not make the other gate. It says under construction. But it's obvious what this one's going to be. I don't know. But it cost me money to go out to this map. I hate it. I'm cheap. Why do I have 1,200 gold? Because I don't pay for stuff.
Battle awaits.
Full on Karen. Alright, let's talk chests. Some people still need unusual coins. I do not. But doing a little mini game on the chest here. You can earn some map currency. So those are available. I usually don't play with sound, so all this stuff is like sort of jolting right now. Astral Ward. Nobody on this map? What's going on? Boom. Boom. But the chest still have not fixed that bug either. I got 14 map currency there from the chest, but I also get a bunch of unidentified gear and some other things. The unusual coins, I have 2,593 of. I had more than that, right? Yeah, so I must have already bought the stuff. Like, getting unusual coins, not very hard, especially with the first map, which I can't remember the name of because these names just aren't going to stick. I don't know why their naming conventions are from Final Fantasy V. I just... Look, I understand you wanted to go into a little bit of Greek mythology type area thing, blah, 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 for naming conventions, but if they're not easy to say, I just don't care. I speak English, and English sucks a lot. Okay? Okay? This sucks. Like, there's letters all over the place, and you look at a word, and you're like, what the frick is that? And then someone's like, oh, you know, that's really simple. It's, you know, one syllable word. And I'm like, then why does it have 11 freaking characters?
Good, you showed up. All these tendrils are sucking up the land's natural magic and feeding it to Eparch's big extractor over there. We need to take them out and cut off the supply.
Okay. There is nobody on this map. But you're blind.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. So, I think next week we're gonna learn that these guys don't like to be eaten. Because they get eaten. You know? So that thing that's like, you know, bring me something other than death. I think what he's talking about is you don't want to die and be eaten. Like a freaking cookie. You know what I'm talking? If you've been following the story. One thing about this map, though, is it looks very dreary. I understand that's the point, but you can only be here for so long before you start looking at stuff and you're like, I hate this. You know? What?
Sweet, sweet loot.
Got Spirit Fox children are even on this map.
Time to do some work.
Little tendrils. Really annoying that they do that every time they get close.
close. Take to the air and scoop it up.
Oh yeah,
And
this
watch
one's
out
so
for those
annoying
turrets.
because you can't just kill these in one hit. Or you can, what? Whoever designed this, like, must work for a AAA company because, what the frick?
That magic belongs
Why are
to
they
my
moving so
Earth.
fast when the projectile's so slow? Magic. But we can grab this volatile magic in the sky for... Yeah, see that? Turn around. What the frick, dude? And like they're homing, so they like knock you off your mount.
Keep it up.
Crazy. They renewing or disappearing? Both. Both. This is how I've been getting my calcified gas, by the way. Why is it doing that?
Yes. Very good.
See that? Like freaking 30 shots. But then you die because they do the same amount of damage as the normal ones.
Keep it up.
I hate this Sylvari, by the way. She is so annoying.
With that extractor staffed out, this area's magic should start replenishing on its own. Chew on that, Epoch. Huh. Well done, Wayfinder. And thanks for your help. It appears to be zapping the magic from the area. We need to destroy
And
them.
then the voice changes. What happened here, ain't it? This is the worst NPC in the entire game. Soto needs louder music. Why is the music all quiet?
No one is powerful enough to turn an arcane.
Everybody skips the next part because fighting that dude sucks. Anyways, I was coming over here to talk about this greater chest that you can leave a character over here on these cliffs. Grab some orichalcum and that kind of thing. This map ain't empty. People are just doing rips. The greater chest is going to give a greater amount of gas.
Mine. All mine.
How many did I get? How many? 9. Oh, maybe not. Anyways, you can park your character over here and slowly get your gas that way. And unusual coins. I want to do this. Is this up? Yeah. How much time's left? Die, fiends! Okay. 2 calcified gas. Think you've won? Yes! Because I beat you. What did they change about the fishing? They lowered the difficulty of these, I think. What they did last time. Anyways, I shot off the ley line thing here because it'll get in your way, but I grab the magic in the sky here. And where I was... I forgot this one. There's this line of them right here. I think there's 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you follow them up. That's a lot of calcified gas. Remember, you get 2, 3, or 4 of them per orb. Plus, you get experience, so you'll get spirit shards. But, yeah. That's how I've been sort of just building those up over time. And if the meta's going on, you join the meta. That kind of thing. Next week, I wonder if the new metas are going to give us premium currency reward. Gotta be new metas, but maybe not. Maybe just this one, and then it pushes into there for extra stuff. Not really sure. I feel like 5 or 6 people. Oh yeah, and there's the ones over here. Or I forget. We have like 5 or 6 people running around and doing events here to completion, and the chain also rewards a good amount. I think a full chain gives like anywhere from like 30 to 50 gas. Not terrible. The events are pretty fast. Mother frick. The turrets event and grabbing them from the turrets, I feel like you don't get your full amount of gas or something on the map anymore. Once you grab some of the turret ones, they stop giving them. And I feel like you're shorted somehow. I don't know how to explain it. This event is always going on. Siege weapons have a weird hitbox. Nonsense. Are you kidding? That missed? Of course there's just not enough energy from my freaking mount. How did that miss? Oh, frick, man. What are these people doing? Don't understand. That isn't up. Suffer and die, yes. Like, is the turret one of these Cryptus? Oh my god.
Replenish.
Let me out of combat. Got him. Got him. How much was that worth? 6 calcified gas. Was it worth it? No. Not really. 6 more and I can get 2 more of the premium currency. Brings me up to 14. I think I could get 2 of these a day and be practically done by next week, but I sort of want to see what the rewards are next week. I've been taking my time with the new Soto content because I feel like, you know, the grind for the rifts and that kind of thing just aren't really worth it when they added like the convergences, which were rewarding so much of the essences and stuff. And then there's a chance for like just good loot. Plus you only have to spend 30 minutes versus the rifts if you do for the weeklies can take a long time. But I don't know, it's sort of like the give and take of the situation. Oh, don't know where the Metra is. Oh, she's right down here.
Wayfinder, good. We need to track down Hator's patrols in the area and take them out.
Kill the invaders! Now!
Kill the invaders now. Okay. Damn it! How much CC do you fucking have? Can't wait to see how they make the story challenging next week. And if it's been better than like Infinite Mayo's the Spiteful. We're already to this guy? That's Spiteful. What's going on? Need people. Just stand there and take it to the face. Hard to see with all this grass. Oh, now I'm standing in the AoE. Oh, frick. Come here. Come here. Stop moving. Stop moving. What are you doing? What are you doing? Woke up today and he chose death. What the frick? Oh, I need friends. Be my friend. No. Let me get you up. Make me stronger. Yes. I am now stronger. Die. I love this game. Stop dodging away. Stop moving. Bad players make things a lot harder. And they have to be.
Area looks clear. Let's get that equipment set up.
Really, ArenaNet? That still went off? Let's do it!
Damn. It really did some damage to our equipment last time. There's parts scattered all over this area.
We need to salvage as much as we can to repair these turrets. Bring us whatever you find.
Okay, got it. I still don't know why you have to say, here you go. It still blows my mind that that's a thing. Like, a 2012 problem. Introduced in 2024. I mean, what's everybody else doing? Parts. Done by now. How easy this is. I'm that guy that's going ahead and getting everybody else aggroed.
We finished our preparations.
We'll turn in one more. We're gonna get full credit.
Wayfinder. It's time we throw open Hator's gate.
Is it?
We're going to use their old defenses against them. Find us at camp and we'll begin the assault.
Go.
Wayfinder. Just who I was hoping to see.
Dude.
We're making progress down here.
Bogny,
Those cryptosaurs are
shut
raining down on us
up.
the whole time. If you could get up there on your sky scale and take them out, you'd give us room to advance even further.
To our ranks against waking powers. They need to see that there is a different way.
You need to see there's a different way. Must kill Isaac. I mean, Epoch. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I had to say it. I'm gonna stay right here to get that emotional resonance. Resonance? Residue. There we go. Getting close to the right word. One of my favorite things when there's new mastery. Oh, speaking of mastery, they're gonna be adding something, right? Oh, it's in there. So much in the flight training. I have 9 extra points, it looks like. Oh, that was the one thing I did focus on the new content, was making sure to get as many extra mastery points as possible.
This will be a hell of a lot easier when Isgarin has the misscape operation. More supplies, weapons.
Go.
Before Hator's barrier, my people moved more freely about Miles. There was little fear of attack. Aside from the fortress, beacons provided some small security. So little. Even paranoid Ignacius has let them lie dormant.
Which is good for us, because Ramses and I did some experimenting.
You two are remarkably inventive. When you join forces together.
Fearful even, you can believe it. Their emotional essence is powerful. We are going to feed that energy to supercharge beyond any.
Supercharge the beacons. Emotional essence.
The key to Epoch's the irony is it not?
Duh. Time to die. I don't have to play a minigame for that one. Dang! Almost filled it myself. Okay, that's fine. Die! That's an elite. Now I got 4 more. Come on, wait for me to deposit 4 more. Yeah. I have to deposit so many. Nice.
Power is overflowing.
Now your true work begins. Ramses waits.
We need you to carry the southern beacon supercharged energy.
Time to go like the other beacon. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. Over that way. I did it! Take me back! Don't say it. Thank God, I thought he was gonna be like, Commander, just who I was looking for. Beacon's flame. What really bothered me about this one, that the small beacons can go out. They have to be relit. I was like, why? When you're like going along, go to relight your beacon right here, but then it says blah 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 with the blah 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 beacon, and I'm like, I did. Then I realized I don't have the torch anymore. Beacon flame. Yeah. Alright. 2. Back we go. Oh God, Wagner, shut up.
We're making progress down here. Those cryptosaurs.
Yeah, we're making progress in another place.
If you could get up there on your sky scale and take them out, it'd give us room to advance even farther.
We're going to be advancing this way. Fresh the beacon. Might as well get that trophy. Yeah, so I wonder if next week we're gonna have to do this to advance the map. Guess is yes. It's gonna open up another thing maybe further, or maybe they're all just gonna be separate. Whatever the thing is going to be. I know it's the beacon's flame. I really wish those messages that pop up, like telling you what to do, did not keep doing it for eternity. Like I grab the beacon's flame and it's like, you have the beacon's flame, this is what it does. I know! This ain't my first rodeo. I like how that beacon is sitting down there, but it's just not worth touching. They give you so much time. Four. Nine minutes left. Dang. That is a weird location for another small beacon. Oh, there's one there. Why? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we're gonna be using them again. I know it had demonic seal, but if I shoot them, five.
Wait.
Oh my
Just
God,
so I was
Vagni!
We're making progress down here. Those cryptosaurs are raining down on us the whole time. If you could get up there on your sky scale and take them out, it'd give us room to advance even farther.
Not a den of iniquity. Vagni. Fresh the beacon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We did it. 6. Grab some more gasps. Grab the ones over here before that beacon's fully lit. Oh, I'm lost. This one. These magic things reappear. Good amount. Not bad. 589? At a minute 20 before the beacons. Event is done. Come over here and help with the Avatar Rage. Damage. Over 48 copper drop. What? Too bad. 12 more. Bum. Bum. All right. 12 seconds. The emotional residue, and I should get the achievement done. Boom. 2 gas. What? I delivered 6. Oh. Fat fingered that. All the loot. It's all the same loot, but where'd those come from? I deposited 24. Nice. One achievement point.
Arena, Ramses, fire away.
Yeah, fire away.
Acknowledged. Firing.
With great pleasure.
Worked. The barrier's damaged. Converge on the gate.
Yeah. Verge on the gate. I'm just gonna be over here collecting some stuff.
The trebuchets. Defend.
Still coming. Like Ghostbusters. I don't know how that barrier works, but it seems pretty crappy. Somebody else boarded it. Pew pew. None of these give loot. Why? And I got loot.
Cooling down.
Some give loot, some don't. We did it. Open your turtle. Knock, knock. Guy's gonna have his 7th Ascended piece, and he's only been playing for 3 weeks or so. That's crazy. Knock, knock. Yo, I'm here for map currency stuff.
A shadow with your thorns now protruding from its back and taunt. And now you return home. Have you come to seek an audience with your king? To beg your king's forgiveness? To rub at his talons? I fear he may not be at ready to your escapades.
Stop talking and die.
Ramses, bring up, spread out. Wayfinder, at your leisure.
Behind me. Here we go. Whee. Yeah, cool. More destruction. Are they safe up there? Ooh. Die! How busy this map still is. I think it's entertaining that I can come out here and just, there can feel like no one's on the map, and then you get to this point and then it's just like everyone's on the map. Alright, you're up. Gonna be getting to the gonna start putting AoE at our feet. That's when everybody starts going down. The other one. Oh, nice. Those people going down there, not the brightest place to go down. But I don't think it was their choice. Noticed the portals, but never dawned on me is to get back as fast as possible. So there's a bunch of AoE being thrown on the ground here to try to keep people alive. How did I get pulled in that? Can't kill me though.
Seriously.
Tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, you still got blown the frick up. No, 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 no. Live. Live. There's the key to the entire fight. Make sure everybody stays up on their feet. No, come on, man.
I feel good. I could use a hand over here.
Uh-oh. Gotta go help those people, but there's no protection. No! Uh-oh. Save this person. Live! Whew. Yeah. Why? Okay, I know I didn't press it that time. What the frick? They're dead, dead. Did that attack late, didn't he? God. Oh, God. I was trying to pick those people up, but now I'm here. Do it one more time. Ow!
Wayfinder, get behind someone.
Nah, I thought I was gonna stand still. And up. Is your lead? We win. You don't have your revive achievements for this event, you'll get it here for sure. That's it. And then there's this thing out here. So I wonder if next week this just continues this way and we figure out how to do this.
This goes well beyond tampering with beacons. They told you.
Yeah. Feels like it. I'm gonna take a quick break here and then come back, and then I'll do some conversion, talk about some more stuff, and then probably call it good. But a quick break. This is time to get up, stretch, use the restroom, that kind of thing. Whatever else you got to do. Have something to eat. Did I say that? Oh, you forgot to hit the like button. Well, this is the time. Your opportunity. I'll be back. BRB. Alright, I am back. You been behaving yourselves, cubes? My chat even work anymore? It's been a while. It's been an hour since anybody said anything in chat. Just broken? Ah.
That lieutenant is on the move. Find and eliminate him, and we'll be able to bring in our reinforcements.
Sorry, I'm looking something up really quick about those internet drops. Oh, it works for you? Excellent.
It appears to be zapping the magic from the area. We need to destroy them.
Area looks clear.
Okay.
Let's get that equipment set up.
Interesting. Happening over here. Baldus the Silent. Kill him really quick. Everybody go. No! I like how these champs gained names. A little bit of support here. Just giving the boons. Yeah, look at all the DPS. That's the way.
Wayfinder, if you can gather up these turret parts and bring them here, it'd be a huge help.
Deposit turret parts. Got it. More calcified gas. Okay, so if you have not caught up to your story and stuff, I highly suggest getting it done before next week. The map itself, I don't think, it tells its own story pretty much, and them breaking it up the way it is, I don't think it would be as spoilery as past maps. When the first bit of this expansion came out, there was a lot of things going on in the map and that kind of stuff, and it sort of spoiled some things about what was going to happen in the story if you stuck on the map too long, or did the meta even. I believe I talked about that. The other thing is, next week's content will be put in the Soto playlist. These updates and little things like this are not being put in the playlist. So if you're looking for content next week, it will be part of that Soto stuff because it is a major update for the expansion. So that will happen. I'm trying to think of what else needs to be said, but pretty much a little bit of coasting into the weekend, but next week we'll be back into this. For the rest of the week, we will be in Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster until it's done. If we finish it by the end of the week, which I believe we will, that's my goal. Maybe even sooner, I was looking at it. I didn't think Final Fantasy VI was as quick of a game as it was, because the first time I went through it after years of not not playing it. It was like a 60-hour plus journey. But we'll see what happens this time around. I just think maybe I'm more familiar with it now. Having the guide too will really help. All that jazz. But my point is, when that finishes, if we're done before the end of the week for some reason, done before Friday, so in the next couple days we finish Final Fantasy VI, which could be a possibility. Maybe. Depending on how fast I can go. If that happens, I will then go ahead and move on to Elden Ring at the end of the week with Magic all the way until next Monday. If it does take all the way till, you know, after Friday or whatever, to Friday, I will maybe still move on to Elden Ring Magic Edition, because we'll be playing that after the fact, and I see no reason not to get started because, yeah. So I will more than likely be playing Elden Ring either by the end of the week or next Monday before we jump into the Guild Wars 2 content to finish out the month. Depending on how much content there is and what to go through and how much grind we will be doing, maybe all of it, I don't know. It'll be 2 or 3 days of Guild Wars 2, then we'll be back into Elden Ring Magic. I don't plan on spending all my time in Elden Ring. In the sense of as much time as the initial playthrough was, which I did not finish. Let people know. I just want to get an idea of the magic and things like that. If it is really cheesy and a lot of fun, we can decide from there. But once I'm done with the Elden Ring magic, we will move on to Final Fantasy VII. The thumbnails and stuff will change. The title will not change. I will keep the same title, but the thumbnails will change because we'll be going into sort of a different era. And I need to update because the descriptions and stuff were for the beginning of 2024. We're already going to be done with February. And the idea was we would be done with Final Fantasy X by now. And, like, before this content drop for Guild Wars 2. So, that's just sort of where we are with all of that stuff. But as I said, we'll just keep playing through the Final Fantasies, fitting in the other things as I see fit. I see no reason not to break up the content now. But I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy VII a bit. As I've said, I enjoy that one every time I go back to it. It's a fun game. Last time I played it, a lot of fun. We'll try to get all the materia and things there. Not 100% playthroughs. That is not my goal. I can't wait until next week when this stuff is hopefully not here anymore. Map's closing. I'm trying to wear these out, but it doesn't look like it's working. Wear them out in the sense of not getting gasps anymore. I feel like maybe something broke it. Because we're already at 3 more of these? Are you kidding? Am I going to be able to get 4 of them today? That's a little crazy. By the way, if you jump maps, the lesser chests come back. You're opening those for unusual coins and the gas. Let me go over here. Gasps. A hard word for me to say for something. Gasp. Gasps. Gasps. Better be careful. And I'm saying something that's going to be put on the internet. All right. So, like, I just looted this chest. Let's see if it's still there if I move maps. Not here, but the one over here is.
We're making progress down here. Those cryptosaurs are raining down on us the whole time.
Sorry, you have to hear this dialogue again. It's just, it has a wide range. This event's in the middle of the map. So, stop it. The greater chest for sure does not return. And not all of these return either. These volatile magic orbs. In fact, they're not giving me anything this time around. So, I don't know if I just ran out before that. But you can continue to farm the chests things like that. There's also a rich orichalcum node above the camp. I'm gonna grab really quick. Be over this way, yeah. The orichalcum is called Somnorite. Let's call back to something. But anyways, there's a rich one above the camp, usually where I am right here. So here's the waypoint. It's almost directly east. Also, the vista isn't too hard to get to either if you need that as a daily or whatever for the Horn of Maguma. If you have a character parked out here. They're outside blasting that raid is a butt face. Pretty sure I know who it is because they don't care about anyone else but themselves.
I mean it in a literal sense.
Someone else with your loot.
Excuse me. Do you mean to suggest?
Anyways, all the lesser chests should come back as you change maps. So by me doing this, just more loot. $7.93. Open that up. Gonna grab the clot of congealed screens. That.
Sweet loot.
That. 59 unidentified green gear. 30 of the blue. I'm excited to see the changes for the dailies and weeklies in the Wizard's Vault. I'm really big on the Wizard's Vault. I think it's a great change. What we once had. A lot of people disagree. They think it's a lot more work. I just don't agree that it's a lot more work. I do agree that some of it can be tedious. So if they get rid of that, I think players will like it more and more. How much is Ecto? 25, 26. I think if I want to break this down, I just go ahead and grab 40. I think I'll grab 40. Oh, 15 Ecto. Great. Oh yeah, I don't have room for all that. I was like, what the hell is this? All those extra tier 5 mats. That's fine. I will deal with that. Get rid of the loot here. Lots of loot. Some of that I just sold. I think I'll end up just selling all of it. Can't imagine it needing too much more. But anyways, let me go back to the camp and buy my other one. So I am definitely going to get 4 more on top of the 12 I had. So we're going to be up to 16. It did not take a lot of work to get the congealed screens.
Find us at camp and we'll begin the assault.
So, I'm up to 16 of those. I mean, I don't think I would be getting 4 every day. I'm pretty sure if I ran the events, did the meta, grabbed all the ones from the magic in the air, that kind of thing, I'm pretty sure I could get 2 or 3 easy. And with that, you know, getting the 30 I would need would be pretty easy as well. I don't remember why you need 30 of them. So, /wiki, Obsidian armor. What did I need him for? There was something I couldn't finish, right? So you need 5. Oh, the gift of stormy skies with the gift of the astral ward. So yeah. So we're gonna need 30 of those. Complete Neo 6 times. Complete Omnitas 4 times. See what it takes to get that stuff done finally, and take a hard look at it. We already have the gifts of persistence bought up, so I don't have to worry about that. Which was 6 times 250. Case of captured lightning for sure is done. I think Omnitas I'm short 3, but that's not going to be a problem either, I don't think, if we have to map. It means I can grab events and other things and that kind of stuff. Also, I'm still doing world versus world, which gives me some of that map currency. Let's go ahead and go back to the map currency. These are all map currencies. I have 1825 here. Actually, I do not remember how many were in the bank, so... Crap. We'll find a bank. Okay. Did I need to get gifts of craftsmanship? I'm not sure what I need anymore.
Hello,
The
stranger.
gifts of mighty prosperity. Oh, I needed the gifts of research to know. It's probably something I should definitely get done before next week is those research notes. Which aren't too bad because of the Ascended stuff, if I remember right. Where are the research notes? Yeah, 2,476. I need 10,000 of them. That was the number? Is that the number? Maybe? I'm gonna aim for 10,000 of them. I need 500 hydrocatalytic reagents per piece. 3,000. I don't know how much they cost. I'm not sure. But I'll get this to 10,000 and buy some of that. I might just go ahead and make the gifts of research. Yeah, get the gifts of research done. Just so I can make sure I have all the gifts of mighty prosperity or magical prosperity done. So. And then we'll have to correct course based off of whatever. We're at the bank. Let me take a look. So I have the gifts of persistence. 6 gifts of the Skywatch Archipelago. I do have the gifts of expertise. These gifts of expertise are 1/4 of the legendary armor. I have 1 and 1. I don't remember what persistence was used for. Oh, that's to get the gift of the Astral Ward, which gives us the gift of Stormy Skies. Okay. So that's why... So I need 6 of these, 6 of these, 6 of these. So I need 4 more, then 6 from Neos. And then that will give me the gifts of the... 6 gifts of the Astral Ward. And then with cases of Captured Lightning, pouches of Stardust, and clots of Congealed Screams, 5 each. With the gift of the Astral Ward, that will give us the gift of Stormy Skies. Got it. $12.50 a piece. Never thought about it that way, but okay. So I need to figure out which 2 of these are missing right now. Really gonna suck is if I need amalgamated Cryptus essences still. Because I really haven't been farming any of that, but that's gonna be on me. So I have 1, 2, I need 2 of each. So let's go ahead, character select. I left those on my Elementalist. So I need 2 gifts of condensed might, 2 gifts of condensed magic. 2, okay. I need 2 provisioner token, 2, no, gifts of craftsmanship each. Okay. And then... Ain't right here. I only need 1 stack of this? No. No. I know what my problem is. These are too close. Because I need 2 of each, 4 total. Yeah, that's right. So these will become the gift of research with... These are way too close. Because I need 4 stacks of hydrocatalytic reagent, right? Yeah, so 4 stacks of hydrocatalytic reagents for each. 18 Mystic Clovers, 18 Mystic Clovers there. Yeah. So, and then I have 88 in the bank, so I just need 2 more Mystic Clovers, and then we're ready for World vs. World armor. I don't know what exactly I need for World vs. World armor. I'll have to start buying that at some point. But I want to get the PvE armor done first to make sure I get that done, because it's so much more work. It sounds weird to say that, but I've already made World vs. World armor in the past. So I have an idea what goes into it. Also, I already had the tokens. That was the other thing I probably should touch on again. I went and looked up these tokens. You can buy them in Lion's Arch for the shards. The Grandmaster Mark shards. You can buy the box and pick the token, and I had over 200, so I was able to get the 20 I needed. Don't need to craft them. That's just silly if I'm earning them for free. I knew that was a thing, but Guild Wars 2 efficiency did not take that into account. Also, I needed 3,000 of the Memories of Battle. That is done, and now I have extra. So, that's there. We're getting rid of this next week. Exciting times. I still have 41 relic chests. Oh, there's a collection for the relics, too. We can get that done, break those down. Exciting times. But my elementalist looks ready to go, except for the catalytic reagent. If I get the gifts of research done, that's it. I can actually finish out the gift of mighty prosperity and the gift of magical prosperity, which would put this at 3 and 3. Since it would be done. There's already a quarter of the armor. We need the mapping done, so 6 Neos. And that, then inside of here, I need 14 more clots of congealed screens, 10 more pouches of stardust, 7 more cases of captured lightning. Gonna go back to that map currency really quick. Do some quick math here. So 23. I can definitely buy the other 7 cases of captured lightning. You're wondering why I haven't bought them already and I'm just sort of keeping the currency there. It's because I don't know if I was going to do the meta again or not, and I didn't want to just buy extras if I didn't need to. It's always better to have the base currency if it's going to save you from messing something up later. Sometimes you don't know. But in this case, I'm probably just going to go ahead and buy them anyways. There's other things you can buy with this. But after the legendary armor and all the map stuff, these are sort of worthless. Yeah, I don't think you can convert back, which should be an option. You should just be able to, like, salvage them or something, in my opinion. Pinches of stardust, I think I said 6 earlier. 7? 7 of those, so I do need 3 more pouches of stardust worth. I'll get some of that from World vs. World, but I can't always run through the map and grab some of the currency. 14 of these. We got 4 of these done today. I was sitting at 300 and something gas. Only 1 worth, so we earned 3, maybe 2.5 more worth of these today. 1 from the meta for sure, and another 1.5 from running around doing events. So it's pretty quick. Not too bad. And I still have 58 in the tank, so 200 more for 17. I'm not too worried about it. I know I'm going to be running around doing events on Tuesday for that one. So I need to get the other ones done for sure. The mapping for Omnitas, I have no idea if that one's going to be hard or not or whatever. So that's actually my only worry looking at the rest of what we may need. But the other thing we may need is more of the amalgamated Cryptus Essence, which will take this stuff in Ecto. I have plenty of Ecto, 1,045 of it. Globs of ectoplasm. We've talked about ectoplasm in the past. The other thing is I'm going to get, with the Wizard's Vault resetting and alt accounts and that kind of stuff happening, starting next Tuesday. But if I build up those accounts now, I can go ahead and buy them. We're going to be getting an influx of Mystic Coins and more Mystic Clovers. So I will always keep up on the Mystic Coins and Mystic Clovers no matter what in that Wizard's Vault. Just looking through here really quick. What else do I buy? The Tier 6 materials I don't think we can get. Laurels we'll get, and we can turn those into Tier 3, Tier 4 materials. Or whatever else, I guess. I think I bought the Tomes of Knowledge on the alt accounts before, but we'll buy the cheaper gold. Get those. My accounts just lost a bunch of gold, so I'm not going to be getting an influx of gold from that, but I don't need it. I already have 1,200 gold. So, at this point, I think the only thing I need to buy for anything, it may be some crafting material, because I don't know how much you need for world versus world armor. I can always look, I guess. Take a quick look. But what's weird is it's going... Still says I need 13 gold for what? This broke, is what happened. It says I need 13 gold for something. Shouldn't need any gold? Does it really cost? I mean, maybe it's just the cost of... Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, like 15 of those did not cost that much gold earlier. I don't know. But let me see. 2 gifts of condensed magic, 2 gifts of condensed might. So I have not made the 6 I need for the gifts of might and magic. I can look, though. Do any of these numbers have less than 6? The answer is no. So we're good on even the crafting material. So, yeah, nothing else is even that close. And I could convert for the proof of heroics, for sure. The other thing is, I'm at 9,935 tickets. I could upgrade the world versus world armor probably by the time we get around to it. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to do that. I see no reason not to spend the extra tickets and go the extra mile for the last set of legendary armor I need. Because why not? What else am I going to do with the tickets? Buy some infusions? Like... yeah. So, there it is. Legendary armor done. The new content, we will definitely go through it, masteries and all. The gold, I can buy things and break them down for research notes, for sure. Can TP certain stuff, and I can just sort of abuse that to make it as fast as possible for me. Other than that, save the gold for something else. How much gold is sitting in that trading post right now? I don't know what I sold. 17 more? Jeez. Okay. Not sure. I do have the research kits at the ready. Which kit in here? Nothing. Yeah, I'll figure that out. More than likely, we'll use my warrior as my research note thing. Well, that's so interesting. Yeah, the crafting material will be the most interesting part for the world versus world armor. Do I have enough? Grab that. But my warrior, I can definitely look at all of this. April 16th, Super Adventure Box. Nord Peak, hello, welcome. I'm gonna have nearly 3 stacks of Bobble Bubbles. I gained last year. Let's see if I can gain this year in Super Adventure Box, one of my favorite ones. So the Halloween stuff can be broken down. But I'm more than likely going to go to the farm website, Fast Farming Community, to look up how I'm going to convert for research notes. There's just a research notes section. Go to that. Cost per research note. Insta buy, insta sell. Take a quick look at it. Bring that page over. Since most of you do not check anything else on this website. Hey, no problem. Give money to them. But anyhow, if I look at it, it can show me TP costs for certain things, if you can buy them on the trading post. That kind of stuff. I sort of broke the page. Fresh. There we go. Let me look here. Is there anything can be bought off the trading post? Cheap enough. The cheapest you can get a research note, according to this, the way I have it set up, is 87 copper. But I usually go about silver or less. Unless it's in bulk. Anything, anything here I can buy off the trading post at this point besides just materials. Yeah, everything's gotten so cheap when it comes to that kind of stuff. For sure. Or something selected here. Wait. Does Lotus Root have a value now? Check that really quick. Lotus Root. Where is it? Lotus Root. Lotus Root. I know I've seen this like a billion times. Here it is. It does. Is there really a recipe to use for that? Interesting. Yeah, but anyways, I can make a lot of food, break them down with the research note kits, or make armor and try to get like 75 at a time. The easiest way to do it. Earrings, pretty cheap to craft. They used to be. Double check those. 41, what? These get so expensive. As expensive as you want them to be, but Orichalcum, I actually been maxing out on Orichalcum. I just recently crafted it back down, but I was selling the Orichalcum bars Probably not the best thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, everything's looking good. Almost maxed out on every tier 5 material except for large claws. The reason those aren't maxed out, I believe, is because I was using them to make the essence stuff. They're called motivations. Like I can make 2 amalgamated Cryptis essence. Being blocked by greed. 2 more for 4 there, so I need 100. If it's 6 more of them on Tuesday, I wonder if we'll be done with tier 1 for sure. So it'd be mostly just tier 2, because I'd need 324 more. And then you focus the weeklies. Who knows if I would even need the tier 3 one, but it would only take 1 or 2. So yeah, maybe some more of that. I have to put in motivation. Yeah. Those take bones. The uncommon take the claws. 25 of them. That's why I'm so short on claws. And then blood for the rare ones, but again, they also take research notes, which sort of suck. See what happens. I'll definitely try to get that other stuff done before next week. Just so we don't have to worry about it. We can sort of just enjoy the game. Yeah. Character select. But I think that's it. I think we covered everything today. Did a little bit of the map, just sort of get a refresher going on out there. If you are going after the legendary armor, you will need 18,000 of those tier 1 essences of despair. 72 amalgamated thingamabobbers that I can't suddenly think of the name of, but yeah. Gonna need a lot. Going to need a lot. Anything else besides that? Don't think so. Wow, just touched my glasses like a moron. I'm gonna call it a day. First 2 fries me out. Or the internet dropped. There is a theory with the internet that it may not be outside that's my problem, it's inside. The modem itself that I have may be overheating. And that's why it's only happening while I'm streaming and playing Guild Wars 2. That the modem itself is for some reason not keeping itself cool because they got rid of the heat sinks in the modem that I'm using, which is stupid. I want you all to know that's a stupid thing not to ever have heat sinks. But what they did is they think there's so much airflow that can happen and the heat can release fast enough just from that they didn't need the heat sink. But the whole point of a heat sink is to move the heat away from the source so it can cool off somewhere else. So I don't understand. So I may be testing things with that today when the internet was lost. I actually lost internet, but yesterday when it kept happening and happening again, it's because it warmed up, and that means my room warmed up, and that could be the cause. Because I was still complaining about it last night, and somebody goes, "Well, is your modem hot?" And I was like, "It hasn't been a problem before." So I'm rich, you know. I grabbed my modem last night, and it was really hot. So I'm thinking maybe try that. So how do I keep it cool? Just put a fan on it. It might also explain why during the summer there isn't a problem. Usually because I have fans running, but again, the problems that I had wasn't even related to what I'm having now. So maybe something's happened with the modem. Not sure. We'll try. We'll try to figure it out. It'll be cool. Because if it's just a hot modem, I can fix that. I can fix that. I have control. The ISP can still suck my nuts, but like, it'll be great. It will be great. That's it. That's all I have for all of you. Again, these Guild Wars 2 shows are shorter. Next week, they should be longer. We should be going, we can go as long as we want because it's Guild Wars 2 and I can't be hit for copyright because I'm an ArenaNet partner. And I have links down below if you want to check out the game or buy the expansions. Expansion 5 coming out in August. Make sure to use my support link. I would appreciate that. But, you know, that's months away. But it'll be there. I'll be here playing the next expansion. I do plan on being here doing that kind of stuff. Do not worry if you do not see me playing Guild Wars 2 all the time. It does not mean I've completely given up on Guild Wars 2. I have. Years ago. I gave up on Guild Wars 2 years ago. But it doesn't let go. Puts you in a stranglehold. But then it loosens up a little bit and then it just starts caressing you. It starts doing this and you're like, that's sort of nice. And then lately, you know, instead of a stranglehold, it just hugs you and you really like it. And then it starts doing this again and you're like, this is really nice. And the next thing you know, you're going to play for another 10 years of your life and be like, I don't have time to play an MMO all the time. But I like it. You have a happy evening to Galka. Any mods lurking in chat, I appreciate you as always. Thank you everybody for coming in, conversations, that kind of stuff. Appreciate you. I hope everybody's having a great time in Guild Wars 2 or whatever you're playing. That kind of stuff. We will be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Part 3? Yeah, part 3. I don't know, it'll be alright. It's not my favorite Final Fantasy, but it'll be alright. We're getting to the part where if we can just start checking things off the list, it moves really fast. If I have any difficulties, then it's on me, but yeah, we're getting to the good stuff. Which makes me think we might be able to get it done by Thursday, but we'll see. Those shows can only be 6 hours or less because I just had to say something yesterday and irritate the copyright gods. Both of the Final Fantasy VI parts got hit. So some of it's going to be trimmed out and some of it's going to be just muted. I apologize, but it's what I have to do. As a content creator, you just sort of have to deal with it. But the good news is, rarely do they go back and check the video again after the fact. So, because eventually the whole thing, I guess, could just be muted. I don't know. And sometimes I'm talking, sometimes I'm not talking. It's so weird. So weird, but hang on. I gotta get out of here. I don't need to. Hold on, let me drink some water. Let's talk for another 20 minutes. Kidding. I'm kidding. As always, I leave you with this. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. For all we got. Have a great night, day, evening, morning, afternoon. Whatever time it is, make it great. Go to bed, sleep well, get that rest. You will need it. Trust me. If I don't see you for the rest of this week, we will be in Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, like I said. If I don't see you for the rest of this month, we'll begin back into Guild Wars 2 next Tuesday. Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Maybe some Elden Ring Magic Edition cheese. Maybe. But enjoy the rest of your February. Get that one extra day on the 29th. If you're playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, enjoy it. I don't have the PS5. And I also didn't finish the other game. I don't know. It's just something that happened. But if I don't see you for the rest of the year, because you get busy with life, universe, and everything, the VODs will be here. You can always catch up. That kind of thing. Or you can mustard. It's up to you. I'm sorry. I gotta stop. I gotta go find food. I'm obviously hungry. Bye.